hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me. So alive, make it last forever. Stop in time, yeah, I'm surrendering. Hold tight, chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me move. Can make me move. You can make me move. Can make me.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one. I was an ordinary boy until I broke the rules. My life destroyed, life destroyed. Until I walk awake, scream my mind, I shout, the ground shakes. How much can I take? My mind will break. Will it break? Can I take? Can I be your superhero? Superhero. Can I be your superhero? Superhero. 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 Fly away. It's the first time of today. Today. To dream, believe. You are the rolling through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear I weighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent.
take the night in. Welcome, my heart so full, but I'm devoted myself to the night. There's no motive. We're just listening. We're existing. just to know what you knew. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Let the darkness take control. Let the darkness take control. Darkness take control. May the darkness take control. Take me in the smoke, breathe me in and let me go. Sink to your heart to find you. Open up your eyes till you're blinded by the lies, so you can see what you do. Restless every time we start locking eyes. Lost control. Oh, it's paradise with honesty, but I'm in the dead of the night. Teardrops on the floor. The pain is over. Feel the darkness take control.
You alive, can't put me in a box. I redefine any definition you got. I am the tiger, I'm making steps to the top. The flames, I whip it up, you just gotta hand me the rock. Take a seat, you cannot stand it. All I know, the flow harder than a Scotch bunny. Don't try splitting me, you cannot manage. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Yeah, you better listen. I'm bringing heat. You'll be a fan when I start rapping. Way I'll have your fucking head spinning. I'm known as spit vicious. Release bombs and go tick tick. Boom, you blow me that head missing. I'm a phenomenon. Stacking cheese like it's Parmesan. 8 different flows, call me Octomom. I'm moving fast like the Autobahn. And I'm independent, so I'm not your fucking starving like it's Ramadan. Sick, twisted, gifted. Can't copy, printed. Can't hold me down. I shape shift, I'm liquid. I killed this beat. I might get convicted. They know how I move. It was predicted. Persistent. Spoke it into existence. So consistent. No assistance. Hear me once become addicted. If I rap it, then I live it. There's no cap when I be speaking this.
This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon. This ain't what you want, bitch, I'm a fucking phenomenon.
Hello, my friends all over the world. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How everybody's doing? How are you guys feeling? We are very early here. Let me know if you can see me and you can hear me. Checking on stuff, fixing stuff on the screen. How everybody's doing? Good? Nice to see you guys. Okay. Are you guys ready? Yes, maybe, maybe not. Probably. Feel free to say hi to us, comment, and all the good stuff. Nikki Yama, Mr. Yama, all sport fans. Han, Mr. Han said that Ronaldo to join Chelsea, or joining Chelsea, is going to be a good thing. Okay. Maman, good evening to you. Mason, hello. Abdul, Mr. Mindy King, Gowin Zulu, Ola Billy, and everybody in the chat. Hello, welcome, welcome. Mr. Karma, hopefully you bring some good karma today, not the negative karma. Okay. So everybody get around, share, like, all the good stuff. You know how it goes. You click that like button. The more you like, the more people will join us. How about that? Let's get to 50 likes as soon as we can, and then we can move from there. That is the first goal, 50 likes, and then we can go from there. Thank you so much. Much appreciate it. All right, people. So we are like 20 to 30 minutes earlier than scheduled. So nobody is gonna complain about time. I'm always on time. I'm always earlier, and I always put the timer just to let you know where I will be able to be live. So just to make sure that you understand. All right. Let's see. So everybody, we have I don't know if I can call it good news for Chelsea, because we have to be careful with all kind of news that we see. We got excited about Rafinha. We hijacked him apparently from Arsenal, and then we got hijacked by Barcelona, and then Koundé, the same thing. Signing for Chelsea, we got all excited all of a sudden. Signed for Barcelona. Dembele, we got carried away, celebrated, made videos, all that, and then at the end, Barcelona one more time. Delete The lead is coming. It's coming. Chelsea, Chelsea, Chelsea. All of a sudden, boom. Bayern Munich. Remember also Jesus, like almost a month ago, a couple months ago. Jesus is going to sign for Chelsea. Trending topic, trending topic, trending. We made all kind of analysis and debate and how he's going to fit to Chelsea. Wow, 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 wow. All of a sudden, he went to Arsenal. We switched to Richarlison. Again, we want to hijack him. He's coming to Chelsea. Coming to Chelsea. Ended up at Tottenham Hotspurs. What I'm trying to say here, I'm not trying to be negative or anything. I'm just being skeptical. And I'm just taking my time to analyze things instead of getting carried away just because somebody said something on social media. And we have to just jump to the popular opinion and bandwagon. So we have this news about Cucurella and also about Fofana. Chelsea are working very hard. But at the end, we don't know what's going to happen. So we're still waiting and waiting and waiting. So everybody knows. Yeah. Everybody knows that Chelsea Football Club are pushing for a certain target, but nobody knows if it's going to happen because it's still very weird market and we have to wait. Okay, let's go. Don Brown said, good evening from here, Austria, Vienna. Okay. Vienna in Austria. Okay, good. Good afternoon, brother. Good afternoon to you, Mr. John. Whoa, Mr. John Wall. Good evening. Yes. And Alan, nice to see you here. Everybody, yes, like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. And don't forget that I'm here for you guys. The link is always there on top of the chat. If you want to call and have your voice heard, because that's why I'm here for, to give you the voice. So in the meantime, while we are waiting for people to call and comment, we are going to continue reading some of the social media posts. All right, let's see what is going to happen. So, exclusive from Fabrizio Romano, not just Cucurella. Chelsea had a direct meeting with RB Leipzig on Sunday, which means yesterday for me, to discuss the swap deal idea. Boyle ready to let Timo Werner leave on loan. Chelsea asked again for Gvardiol, top of the list alongside Wesley Fofana. Leipzig insist they want to keep the player. So they want our player on loan or with option to buy or whatever it's gonna be, but they don't want to even ask to talk about their players. So that is not fair. Not fair deal. Good evening. Nice job. Thank you so much. So I don't understand why Leipzig are making it very difficult for Chelsea to get that Josko guy. You get Werner. Werner is gonna score more goals over there, and you should be fine. I don't even know is Leipzig in the Champions League? I don't know. I have to double check, but maybe. In Germany they have like 3 teams in the Champions League, right? So Bayern is gonna be there always, and Dortmund. So I don't know how many teams in the Champions League. 4 or 3. I don't know. I don't want to say something that I don't know, but put in the comment section, let me know if Leipzig are in the Champions League and that's why Timo Werner want to go there and play. Probably. No pressure over there. But Werner actually had a lot of pressure at Dortmund. I still remember one of the games in the Champions League where he actually had hard time. Work still in progress for Marc Cucurella. Chelsea are on it. Both clubs and player side waiting to complete full agreement with Brighton. Deal well advanced. No issues on player side. Okay. Manchester City confirm they have no intention to improve their 40 million bid. Yeah, he been just repeating what he said like 8 hours ago though. So, you know Romano, right? He's gonna just add something and say, you know, add one word and repeat it like 1,000 times. But nothing new here. This is what he said before even I went to work. He said this. So, no issue in the player. So, the player actually is ready to move to Chelsea because Manchester City said 40 million or nothing. We're not gonna budge. But just imagine, my friend, if City changed their mind the last minute and they're like, you know what? We're gonna pay the money that Brighton are asking for. Where do you think Cucurella is gonna end up? Do you think he's gonna come play for Thomas Tuchel or play for his brother from Cataluna, his ex-coach in the academy, Mr. Pep Guardiola? That is the question. I'm still skeptical. I'm still reserved with this one. Fingers crossed that until the last minute we're gonna get the job done. And when Chelsea come calling Barcelona, did you see all the memes on social media? Barcelona apparently wanna I know it's just a joke. But this one is going to be kind of us getting a little bit of revenge on Barcelona because he was trained by Barcelona. He came from their academy. So us getting one over them, right? So, yeah. Let me read some of your comment here and see. John said that honestly, it's not a good idea to spend 85 million for a kid like Fofana. I would prefer Conor Cody from Wolves. Do you think that Wolves are going to sell their captain? That's also something that you have to ask yourself. And do you think that Conor Cody has the same abilities that Thomas Tuchel is looking for? Okay, because you might be very good, okay, you might be a very solid old school kind of defender, but the manager might need certain kind of profile. So it's not only about being good, like Zuma, right? Zuma is an old school kind of a defender, but he apparently couldn't play from the back. So it depends on the manager, man. Patrick, good evening to you. Mr. Giro said that Fofana 85 million is too much. Yeah, at the end of the day, you know, you have to let it go. If the owner is ready to spend that money, and if the manager knows exactly how to use the player, and it's not gonna be a bench warmer, or we're not gonna make another 100 million mistake the way we did with Lukaku, and then it's all good. If you can, like, nobody's gonna complain about the price we paid for if the player really performs good. Imagine if Lukaku scored 20 goals last season and we ended up by winning even a Carabao Cup or FA Cup or something, you know, finish second, you know, fight until the last minute against City and all that. the narrative was going to change. And also the interview, take the interview away. So if Lukaku performed and he scored goals, nobody was going to be complaining about the money. We complain about the money when apparently they flop. You know what I mean? When they flop, we start complaining about the money. We shouldn't get excited yet, should make sure we get the deal on the line. Yeah, I agree with you. That's what I was saying. Like, can you imagine how hard that is going to be for us fans who've been, who've been in trouble? Like, this window has been like disappointment after disappointment. The hype is just so high. You know how Chelsea community we are. We're going to hype somebody. We're going to make comps videos. We're going to make all kind of edit and say how that player is awesome and amazing. And all of a sudden, boom. Barcelona. You know how hard that is, all right? And then if this happened the last minute and Manchester City comes with a bid, we are done. We are done. Honestly, if he has to choose between Chelsea and Manchester City, he's gonna move to Manchester City because it's easier for him there with Pep Guardiola. They are coming from the same academy, from the same country, the same region, the same everything. So his dream was to go to play for Pep, and he already agreed personal terms, just like Rafinha did with Barcelona. So the saving grace for us here is that Manchester City don't wanna pay more money than that, but anything can change the last minute. You never know. The money for Fofana is too much. Please, we should look for another option. I don't know, man. I don't want to complain about money. The end of the day, it's not your money. It's not my money. It becomes our money for the target that we don't like. Okay. A smell, here we go tomorrow. Yeah, that's what we said about Rafinha and Dembele and Koundé and Delete. We said the same thing every single day. Okay, the next 12 hours is gonna be immense, The next 48 hours, and then next week Monday it's gonna be immense. This is gonna happen. That's what, bro. Until somebody is holding that shirt, until it's official. Here we go. I am going to be skeptical. Call me negative if you want, because I didn't even know that he was coming to Chelsea. Let's be honest here. Nobody is gonna lie to you and say, "Oh, I always knew that we needed Cucurella." Come on, man, stop lying. Nobody knew about it until this morning. Okay, or it came out of the blue and all of a sudden, yeah, this is exactly what we're looking for. No, it's not, because you didn't know about it yesterday. You didn't make all kind of theories and narratives yesterday. You're just talking that way because after the fact that we are going for this guy. So I saw all kind of edit. People said, when like Matlow or David Austin or Fabrizio Romano, when they say something like that, and Chelsea are afraid of Barcelona hijacking the deal. So why not go and close on the deal first before the media got involved? But listen, it's impossible, almost impossible now to like close on a deal without the news is linked out, because so many people are gonna sell the news to many other sources, and some people are making a living just linking those news. So it's difficult, and that's why I see that Arsenal were really smart for keeping some of their deals like low key, low profile. Nobody heard about it, and all of a sudden they signed that Vieira guy, nobody knew about it. All of a sudden in the morning, they are working already on paperwork or stuff like that. The next thing you know, boom, boom. Sam, I'm coming to you right now. I'm trying to fix something on the screen. Only me can see what I'm doing right now. But, yeah, so that is the way it is. So let me just... yeah, it is almost impossible for the media not to get involved because people are selling those news. People who are close to the agent, people who are close to the players. There are so many ways that the news can be linked and sold to somebody. Make a call, make a few bucks and say, yeah, I'm sure it's happening. Do this and that. It's almost impossible now to hide something. So, yeah. But I just hope that we can just close the door as soon as we can. Boom, 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 done. If it's going to be like, give me 48 more hours, that means he's waiting for Pep Guardiola and Manchester City to come in and buy him. It's going to be the same case. The guy, like Koundé, played the same games. Deco and his client Rafinha played the same game of wait, give us 12 more hours just to give the opportunity to Barcelona to find money and come buy Rafinha. Okay. Okay. Marc Cucurela sucks. Okay. Good. Barcelona are watching. Be careful. Yes, they are watching. They want to hijack this. Boom. Sam, are you still there?
Yes, I am. How are you doing today, Ogs?
Yes, sir. I'm here. I don't know how I'm feeling really because you know how it goes in the community, right? Don't be too sure. Don't get too excited too quickly. It's yeah.
Especially with the way the season has gone, in a way we can see that Todd Boehly is learning on the game. He's learning European football, and it's quite obvious because, as you said, the way Arsenal and other clubs do their business, it's not as public as the way we've been doing it. It's almost like every inquiry, every phone call, every meeting, people know. Even like that meeting he had in Barcelona with the owner of Barcelona too. Those meetings happen, but people don't hear about it. No, you won't see media outside. So it just shows the different things that happen.
We can hear your. Do you have a parrot?
Oh yeah, I have to change room. Let me change room real quick. I do.
Yeah, it's okay, but yeah, just to let you know. I love bird. I have so many bird in my patio all the time. I have those feeders and I feed them so they come to say hi to me. I can literally, when I go outside, they're just like flying at me and in my hand. They're not afraid of me anymore because they know I'm a friend. I feed them in my hand. Very cool. Let me read some comments. So we have Tragic TV in the house. I don't know what you mean by victim of whatever. Barcelona still trying to hijack Chelsea deal. Yeah.
Barcelona will always. What Barcelona did this season to us, it's been really eye-opening. It's just at the end, just like you said, like that Koundé deal was always suspicious. The moment players are playing that waiting game, it means there's something under that. There's something they're doing. Like I could feel it. And on Twitter, it's almost like, I don't know if like Chelsea fans it's almost like they were praying for the deal to happen. The faith of some people were saying Koundé is blue already. The hashtag was everywhere. Like, and that's not how transfers work right now, especially if Fabrizio Romano doesn't say it with confidence, because let's be real, that guy is he has the reputation, and he makes sure that he's extremely sure before he puts out news. So this
and people call him typing because he waits until the last minute. But I know
the guy is legit. He's legit, and the only reason I kind of believe this Cucurella deal is because he's talking about it. But it could also be games they're playing, because this negotiation might be games. This might be them trying to push these people, Man City
to act now.
Yes. So this next 48 hours I feel will be crucial. Even 48 hours, we here we go, then everything was legit. But if it's passing that 48-hour mark, just know that they're playing games.
You're right.
Negotiation.
I completely agree with you, man. I'm not gonna celebrate anything, and I don't know. Do you really think that we needed Cucurella, or you think it's just a panic buy because an opportunity is out there?
The thing is, he's a very interesting player. Like you can see what he does for Brighton. Number one, I feel the fact that Brighton play a similar style of football formation to Chelsea. That's one. And also the fact he can play the left centre back, he can play a wing back, and I could even see him playing one of those inside forwards, the left part. So I think he's a very versatile player in terms that he can play almost everywhere in that left side, and that's the kind of players Tuchel likes. And also, I feel if we can get him, that would be goodbye to Marcos Alonso, who is a cult hero. I really feel Marcos Alonso did whatever he could for this club. People should stop disrespecting him. He really tried his best, but sometimes your best is not.
But it's not good enough. Yeah.
But apart from that, he has served the club very well. Memorable goals. He really put his heart in for the team. So I feel if they get Cucurella, it would be Marcos Alonso leaving, hopefully.
Somebody even say in the chat that they're not gonna hijack Cucurella because it's gonna free Marcos Alonso to go to Barcelona. That makes sense, but also I don't wanna give them Marcos Alonso for free. They have to pay the money that he will be asking for. Mr. Great, are you there?
I'm here.
Yes.
I'm here. I'm listening to what the
good. Now you're learning that you have to let somebody finish. All right. So what do you have to say?
Well, I just think the deals come true. But what I'm seeing so far is just that I believe everything is on track, because what I read on this thing is that now Chelsea are talking to his camp, which we have always been failing to do, including El Conde's and Rafinha deal that we lost, which we have been failing to do, like talking to the player directly, talking to the agent directly. What is the main issue with this player? Is he moving? Did he have a choice? Which we now confirm that they said he's open to go to anywhere. He's not chosen by anybody, though he has a personal terms with
Man City.
But if terms are not met with Brighton, he's willing to go to any other places, which is maybe is also.
That's why we have to close the deal. If we are serious about it, we have to close the deal as soon as possible.
Yeah, that was what I was expecting. Like, because Koulibaly deal don't even take time up to this minute.
Okay,
before you get the year we go.
Let me say hi to Mr. Gires and answer to one more question here, or just read a comment from Emmanuel who say, "Don't lose hope. Just have the belief that he will come." Listen, I'm not like, I don't know how I feel. I don't know if he's really the guy that we need, and I'm not saying that we don't need him or anything. I just say I'm a little confused because of how many targets we've been after, and all of a sudden he's on the picture. I'm just thinking, why is this? It doesn't look like we have any kind of clear plan on what we're doing. It's just like we've been all over the place and trying to hijack people's deals. There is a guy called Mukiele that a few days ago we actually tried to hijack him from Leipzig because PSG went for him. So what our scouting department is doing. So they're just checking on social media, checking here we go, and when they yeah, I mean,
you're preaching right now.
Like when they hear something from Fabrizio or something, oh, that guy must be good. Let's go for him, and then all of a sudden we go. That is our scouting at the moment. So I'm still you know what I mean? Like it's not something that I would come here and whoa, we sign somebody or something like that. No.
It feels like a coach choice, even in the sense that it feels like right now we've reached a stage where
anybody that is available, just let's get him. It's not like
That's what happened during Conte's second season too. We started buying players just for the sense of we need bodies.
Yeah, we need bodies there. Let's go there. But if we had a choice, okay, right now, if our choices were according to the plan, we were going to have Rafinha, we were going to have Delete and some other target, and everything that is coming right now looks like more of panic buys. We need bodies. We need to do something now. Okay, PSG. He's been linked with PSG. He might be good. Let's try to hijack. And Richarlison, the last minute, after him agreeing everything with Tottenham Hotspurs. So Tottenham did the scouting. He must be good. Let's go for him. It's too late. So I feel a little bit of panic on everything here, but I'm not saying that everybody is bad, but just think about it. If we went for our target that the manager wanted, right now we were going to close the shop already and everybody is already in and we don't care anymore about the window. Jires, what do you have to say?
Yes, greetings to all. Yeah, this news is a good news, but I don't want to be too excited because I don't even trust this Fabrizio Romano. You had the same issue with all the transfers, Koundé and this Lewandowski and Rafinha. He kept on giving us news and we're having hopes. And at the end, Barcelona just took the players. So we're just Chelsea should try to do their things low key, not like every news. Yes, every player that wants to come in, they will just put everything online. Every phone call we make, all transaction, just be on the air. Everybody can just hijack our player easily. So that's what I'm thinking now. We should try to do our things on low key, because now we have only 3 signings and the window is about to close.
We still have about a month, to be honest. But let me say hi to another brother that's just joined us, Mr. 532 Pod. What's going on, brother?
Good evening, gents. How are we doing?
Yeah, we are here. Hijack FC back again. We are hijacking Cucurella right now. What is your thoughts?
Are we hijacking or are we going to be hijacked again?
Yeah, that's the problem. That is a good question. That is a good question.
That's a very good question.
Happy with the player if we can get.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what is the real position you're gonna stick him in, or do you think he can play with Koundé? So, are you telling me that Chile on the bench?
You need to watch this, brother. He's much better than Chile technically.
Really?
100%. He's better. I would start him. Chile's inconsistent. Going forward, Chile's better, but overall, as a left wing back, this guy can cook. I'm telling
you, I huge statement. That is a huge statement.
A big statement, because we shouldn't look down on what we have.
But the thing is, ask yourselves this question: What's Ben Chilwell done at Chelsea?
Champions League
against Porto in
Champions League
actually made us.
But apart from that, you can't say nothing else.
Because he got injured. Because he was injured.
But he's an average. He's a decent player. He's a good player.
How many goals did
this guy?
Chile score for fun, bro. I'm telling you, Chile. People need to.
This is something that you normally preach in your channel, and that's actually one of the reasons I started watching you a lot. Which is, this fan base they should stop looking down on their players.
Yeah, we can't look down on Chile, bro. I'm sorry, but Chile.
We do this. When we have players, we think that they're not good enough, they're this, they're that, and then we start looking at the other
No one's looking down on him. No one's looking down on him. We're gonna have
No,
two
you are
left
if
wing
you tell
backs,
me
but
that what has he done?
I'm
No,
not.
just
I'm not.
excuse me. You,
No,
you said
but
what has he done?
yeah,
apart
but what
from
has
the
he done
Champions
though?
League?
What has he done? He's never
He's been
fit.
scoring
He's always injured.
consistently.
He's injured. Now ask yourself the question: he's injured, and ultimately we need a left fullback, a left wing back, sorry, who's gonna stay fit, who I think pushes Ben Chilwell. Ask yourself this question, right? This guy, you guys have not watched Brian. I've watched Brian. This guy is technically very good on the ball, and that's what we need on the left hand side. And we need a very good replacement. If you don't want to start him, we need someone to push Ben Chilwell as well, because ultimately Ben Chilwell is not going to be fit for the season. We've seen it. He's been here 2 years. He's never been fit. Chelsea fans last year were complaining we lost Ben Chilwell. That's why we couldn't compete. No, it's because we weren't good across the league. That left hand side we need to solidify, because we need our fullbacks, because that's our game. By bringing this guy in, he's going to make us better. I'm telling you, give it time. And also ask yourself this question: if Man City were willing to pay the money, why do you think they were linked with him? I'm telling you, this guy is a really good player. You guys need to be watching other Premier League teams.
Yeah, that is a very good question. What you say? Why Manchester United City went for him, but why also they didn't want to cross the line? They want to only pay like 35 to 40 million. Because I saw that trending online. Somebody really asked some good question, that when City wants somebody, it's not about the money. They go there, they pay the money. Laporte or whoever they want, they pay the money and they take the player. But for players that they don't pay over, it looks like they are not too sure about them. Those are speculations, of course, but I wanted just to follow up on what you said about Manchester City wanted him. So why they don't want to cross the line when they already sold Zinchenko? Nobody knows. Probably Nathan Ake is going to be that good from the left-hand side. But yeah. Somebody
I think
please.
Ultimately, it comes down to the amount of. I think they're trying to stay within financial fair play. City trying, but
they already sold a few.
On Haaland.
Mm-hmm.
They've overspent on Haaland. They've spent a lot of money on Haaland. That money that we see is one thing. What they've spent in the background is another, by giving his dad 10 million, his agent 10 million. So ultimately, if they think they can get a player that's just as good as Cucurella or just as good as Zinchenko, you have to remember they got very good money for Zinchenko, who I think is a £10 million player. They got 30 million from Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Now they linked with Cucurella, who I think is an upgrade on Zinchenko. Time will tell, but the thing is this: the reason why I say he's one of the reasons why he's good for us is because they play a similar system to us. He plays left wing back.
Yeah.
He gives Ben Chilwell direct competition, and we all know, whether we like it or not, Ben Chilwell unfortunately can't stay fit for the season. So we need someone to push him. And this guy, for me, I said it on the 19th of April that if Chelsea can buy Cucurella, I would go for that, because I always thought Alonso was going to leave. So for me, it's a no-brainer. But
Sam, go on. Ask us. Yeah.
You're saying Ben Chilwell cannot stay fit and all that, but Cucurella too is playing for Brighton. They don't go deep into competition. The last season, Chelsea were playing the final of the League Cup, the FA Cup, actually got quite deep too in the Champions League. So I think those things are to be considered.
Yeah, but brother, we need two in each position, though, don't we?
No.
We need two in each position.
To the point of you saying that it's good competition. I love competition. I will never go against that. I think Chilwell too has a lot to improve in his game. I think Chilwell can reach another level. And the good thing is, if both of them are playing well, even Cucurella could play as the left CB, and then Chilwell could play in front of him even. So there's also a possibility of them playing together. So yeah, it's for sure a good signing. Time will tell, because it's another level.
It's a good one. I just don't wanna. I don't wanna just like bench Chile. I just don't wanna undermine Chile. That is my problem so far.
Exactly.
Or probably
let the best man win. Let the best man win.
Shiny object syndrome.
Or why spend 60 million on somebody when we can reinforce on or somebody who can probably play more, that we need more really, because Chile, regardless of what we can say, he's still there. We have him. Now we are struggling, like for centre backs and other positions. Probably the midfielder. People say we don't create enough. Why not go for somebody that we really need at the moment that will add even more than going for somebody like Cucurella?
I think the problem is I think when you've got the owner acting like the director of football, that's the problem. The structure's not right at the moment. Ted Bowley had enough time to get the structure right, but he chose not to. He probably doesn't know anything about football. Because
do you think that he had enough time?
I think he had more than enough time. When you come and buy a footballing club, what's the first thing that you do? You look at the club and you think, right, I need to put a structure in place to be successful. You don't just come in thinking that you can just do it by yourself. You have to look at Man City. Why are Man City successful? Do you really think it's all Pep? It's not. It's the structure behind Pep. That's why he's successful.
But it took them time. It took them time.
They didn't get sold recently.
Ultimately, we've had 6 years without winning the Premier League. How much time do we need?
Well, I'm talking about the new owner, like the new owner, Man City.
He needs a year. He needs a year. But ultimately, right, these guys, it's gonna take him a year. But I'm gonna give the owner a free reign for the year. And then next year, I want to see a structure and I want to see us competing for the league. I'm not bothered about any of the competition. I want the league. The league is the one that is that defines you as the best team in England. And we are far off the top two teams, unfortunately. We'll see how good Thomas Tuchel is. But ultimately, we have to ask ourselves, we need some kind of balance this season. We've bought well, but we've bought very slowly. I think we're gonna have a very slow start to the season. I think August is going to be an awful month for us because, according to our manager, unless he's just fooling around with the media, he's saying himself we're not good enough. We're not ready. So that kind of tells you everything you need to know about the team. Let's just hope Kante is fit. I need Kante fit. That's all I need. The rest of the team will sort itself out. Kante and Mount are paramount to our.
But he won't play like 38 games a season, though. Kante need to be protected too. So that's why I say that we need somebody more versatile that can also help Kante in the midfield.
What about Gallagher?
Gallagher was so far in the preseason, he hasn't proven anything.
He's young. He's not. He needs to go back out.
I'm talking about the whole. You know what Og said about we need to protect Kante. I'm not saying Gallagher should be a replacement for Kante or anything, but maybe some games that we're winning already, you put in Gallagher just to save Kante a little bit and protect him, as you said, because at the end it's almost impossible to get a player like for like as Kante just because of how unique he is. So I think Gallagher could be that person who plays the League Cups, plays some FA Cup games, and then the real games that we need the real gladiators. Then we put Kante, we put the main guys.
Can I come in? Can I come in?
Yeah, go.
Yeah, you know why? The only way I think we can protect our players is Kante is now 30 and it's showing in him that we give him much work to do on the field. Like he's gonna mark, he's gonna attack. Why don't you just give Kante one job to do? Mark.
Good point. But the problem is he's the only guy who can also create in the final third. He does everything. Jorginho can't do anything. Kovacic would dribble himself sometimes and shoot to the moon. But Kante is the guy who can even shoot, who can even dribble, who can even have an assist. So
I want this guy to come in. You are not just supporting the fact that we shouldn't fund Barcelona. I want this guy to come in. De Jong.
Oh, okay.
De Jong.
So
I really want him to come in. It seems we can't get Rice at the moment.
So, Mr. 532 Pods, do you think that De Jong is going to be a good option for Chelsea? Hello?
Listen, look, I think that's a dream. I don't think we can get him. I don't think we're going to spend that much. I don't think we're willing to spend that much on a midfielder. If we could get him, it's going to take him a season to adapt. And I think we need to prioritize a centre, we need a striker or something. We need someone who's ready-made for the Premier League, who's ready to go. De Jong will take a year. He's a good player, But ultimately, I think Manchester United have basically sealed the player. I think them and Barcelona have secured a deal. I think it comes down to a little bit more money. Barcelona are being greedy. Listen, I don't think we should go for De Jong. I think we should go for Tielemans. I would go for Tielemans over De Jong. If we're going to hijack a deal,
It's Premier League proven. Since it's Premier League proven,
Oh wow.
You know the thing.
But
too
we're
that
not
you said
even giving
about
him a
Kante.
beat. That is what I expect. I expect us right now, what we need right now, according to what Tuchel said. He said we need players that are already playing in the Premier League, based on the adaptation and every other things. Quick players that I can adapt so fast.
Yeah, that's
all
what
these
I heard.
players we are seeing them. The likes of Talisman is there. The likes of Madison. We aren't giving anyone.
The problem with Thomas Tuchel latest media handling is he reveal a little bit too much. Because when you say so, I watched the interview today on Chelsea website and all over the internet is going on now. First of all, it was that our players are not good enough and I need quality and have been proven right. And then second of all, we are looking for quality urgently, like now we need more quality. And now it's okay, we need a Premier League proven. So listen, you going for Fofana, you going for Tielemans, you going for whoever you want right now. People say, okay, you're looking for the Premier League proven quality. I'm going to add a few more zeros on my asking price. So the handling in the media been very poor so far because we're going to pay top dollar to get them because the manager thinks that the Premier League is a priority and we should go for them and they're going to come with top dollar. Sam wanted to say something, but we cut him 1,000 times. Sam, go.
Yeah, so just to add on what Grace said, the main thing with Kante even, and you saying that maybe Kante should just take one position, it's almost impossible if he's playing with Jorginho. Because we know Jorginho takes that position kind of where Jorginho doesn't have the legs to run around that midfield. And you actually need two midfielders to be able to go to go to the front of the pitch and also back of the pitch.
Yeah.
If you have Jorginho there, it's almost impossible for Kante to take that. So that whole thing, it can't happen. And what you said, Oggs, it's incredible the way transfer has been handled this season. It's almost it's laughable in a way. The way Chelsea are showing their hands, literally, and in negotiation, you do not show your hand. You do not want to be the desperate one on the table because the moment you are the one that needs the deal, you want that deal to happen. You show people that you need that deal to happen.
Yeah,
add those zeros. It's a must. They will add it. It's negotiation 101. You do not. You have to put yourself.
You don't show your weaknesses.
You don't show your
You
weaknesses.
just say, "Oh, you don't want it. It's okay. There are thousands of them out there."
Exactly.
Yeah, but I don't understand.
That I think it's gonna be like that based on the fact that this is a new era and it's just the beginning. So, pending the time that this man is gonna get his cabinet set up, let us just give it to him because I am not worried about this window anymore. I am not worried about that maybe we're gonna do fine or we're gonna do this season. I just give it to them to just get themselves set up.
Yeah.
Because right now.
So this window we're gonna have just to trust the manager. And next window when the cabinet is settled, we have our computer people, data people. I think it's gonna get easier as we go. Mr. CFC for life, you haven't said anything. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, sir. What do you have to say?
About the Cucurella news?
Everything that you wanna bring, man. We don't care about the topic. Yeah, bring it on.
I'll start with the Cucurella news.
Okay, let's go.
I think Cucurella will be a perfect signing because I think Ben Chilwell needs good competition, and I don't think Marcos Alonso is really that. And Ben Chilwell is kind of injury prone, so if we get Cucurella, he'll be perfect for that, and he could play left center back. And he would be a perfect signing for for us because Man City, Liverpool, they all have like great competition. We really don't have that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
If Cucurella comes in, I think he would be perfect for the left wing back position. And we already have Reece James as the right wing back, so I think we'll be sorted with that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So, people, as you can tell, we have some positivity here. Cucurella is going to be a good addition for Chelsea Football Club. Be happy and start celebrating. Let me... yeah?
Barca is coming.
Barca not coming.
As soon as possible.
Say it again.
We just hope the deal is completed.
Yeah, I want them to draw the line and say, you know, the next 48 hours, you take it or you leave it. I don't want to go through 12 hours or the end of this week or next week. Yeah, me too, bro. Me too. I don't trust.
No, people should calm down on Fabrizio. I don't think it's about Fabrizio. He's just saying what's happening.
What is happening? Yeah.
The Koundé deal, I have to say I respected him more from that deal because every other journalist were running their mouth that deal is done. It was only Fabrizio who said Chelsea put the bid, but there's still things that need to be ironed out. And he never put that here we go. Like that guy knows what he's doing. If you don't see a here we go, don't start putting on your Twitter that, the deal is done, because let's be real, other journalists, they fumbled, Mark Law, all these other guys, they showed that at the end they're not really sure of what they say and they don't really have that connect. So Fabrizio is doing his stuff. He's just talking, like we were talking here. He's doing the same thing. He's talking about talking to agents and clubs and all these things. So yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, go quickly, please.
Well, when I think about what you said, like Matt Law, they get it right, is the fact that all this deal is somehow decisive based on the fact that most of these players are playing game with Chelsea. Imagine the fixed price is being put in, and which they give you a good personal terms, a good wages, which is not refusable. Even Fabrizio Romano come out to say the payment was very good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get, which they said the payment was very good. Nobody expected them to turn down that kind of offer.
All right. So let's.
I think that's why those journalists just say that at least Barcelona come out vividly and said they are not going to meet the main price that Chelsea are paying.
Well, they say the same again when it comes to matching with Leeds United, but Leeds ended by getting less money. Sevilla ended by getting less money and to pay for in 100 years one bag of rice here and 2 cows there, and then the deal was structured. So I don't believe on that, bro. Let's just wait, and it's so complicated to understand. Let's wait and see what's gonna happen. Mr. Martin, Mr. Martin Cross say, De Jong asked Ten Hag to wait on him. Okay, so we're talking about another brother here from Manchester United, so we have to give the voice to everybody. Mr. Cross, sorry about that. Mr. Martin say United had a terrible transfer window. Yeah, they're still fighting for Ronaldo to stay. Ronaldo tweeted yesterday that he was happy to be back at United. And what he did on the field, though, did you see that clip that he was just like arguing with Ten Hag? I don't like that kind of attitude, to be honest with you. But he said he called himself the king is back. And then he came back and then left earlier when he was sub, and he just left the stadium. I don't understand the attitude, but Ronaldo needs to fix his attitude because that is not professional. That is not the way you teach kids today, you know.
Maybe.
Yeah. That's it for now. Anybody, Mr. CFC for life, what is do you have any latest about Mr. Fofana?
Not really. I mean, there's a little bit of sources that are saying that, that we're getting closer to agreeing a fee. I mean, we're 20 million away, but I feel like Fofana will come to Chelsea. I feel like it's inevitable, in my opinion. It'll be the same thing with Ben Chilwell. They say they want 80, 90 million, but then we'll get him for like 50, 60. I mean, 50 to 70, actually, to be honest. Somewhere there in the middle. I don't think we'll get him any more higher. And I don't want him any more higher, because he'll be just another Maguire.
You have some background noise. Next time, if you can fix it when you are on. Listen, Mr. Great, I'm gonna rotate some people because other people are waiting. So if I take you off, that means I will put you back on at some point. I just wanna give everybody the opportunity to talk. So people who've been there for a little while, I will take. If you see yourself off, and then I will put you back if you're still there. Mr. Ali, back again.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yes, my brother. Long time.
Yes, it's been a long time, and I don't know what's going on in this transfer window, man. It's just driving me crazy.
Yeah.
1 minute. No. I don't understand what's going on, and I'm like you. I've given up of all these newspaper reports and all these other YouTubers, and they're just adding, like, you know, we're going to buy him. Yes, he's there. We've got him 1 minute, and that. I've just given up. But the problem that I can see, right, which I don't know why the Chelsea board or anyone can't see, right? If we are short of a striker or whatever, right?
Yes.
You do not go and tell newspapers or anybody who you're going to buy.
Yeah.
Right? The minute you tell them that you want Fofana or Ronaldo or whatever, they know that we've got money, right? We've got money there in the bank waiting, yeah?
Yes.
Time is running out. Next week, we play Everton.
Yes.
So basically, if I'm going to go into a shop and I've got other people in there, right?
Yes.
I don't tell people what I'm going to buy because other people will go and get him before me.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Yeah, but Dervish, I don't think it works like that, though. I don't think it works like that. Also, no club does that. What ends up happening is you've got all these people inside the club, right, that are just absolute leeches, and they do it for money. How do you think these guys all get? How do you think all these journalists seem to get all this information? They've got people that they know from inside, or they hear it from someone that they know that works for the club.
Like
but we had the top, what's it called, sources, like, what's his name, the one in Spain, we've got the one over here. It was 99.9 we bought him, yeah, and last second it went, you know, it fell through again.
Yeah.
Now the thing is,
these guys all sign contracts with so many clubs. Then it's up to them. He signed a contract. He signed a contract with us, but ultimately, it depends on where he wants to go, innit?
Oh yeah, but what I'm trying to say is, you don't tell who. Like Tottenham went and bought all these players, right? In the beginning, they've got all their men now, right? Why didn't they have the same problem? Barcelona, they want him. They know that Chelsea's got the money, right? We're desperate for getting strikers, and when you're the manager, you don't tell like what you want, and then you also you've got to think of the players that we've got there, like Mason Mount and all these and that. You're telling them what you're breaking their, like, you're meant to motivate our youngsters and that, and you don't put them down. Just you go and get your deal. If they don't want to buy him, right? Yeah, all right. Yes, I understand the price goes up and that, but basically, they're telling everybody, and the newspapers, sources, everybody will just spread it out, and it's just annoying. I mean, just do it quietly between. Don't give it to the newspapers quickly. Just do it between the managers and the club.
I don't think it's possible.
It is possible.
Unless you do it early. Before the
season is impossible. We have done it.
All right, but how come it? All right, let me put it this way then. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How many clubs are in the world that want to buy players? And it's only Chelsea and Barcelona that we're having the problem with this. How come we don't hear Galatasaray or I don't know, other clubs buying players?
There are other clubs buying players.
Yeah, but we don't hear the problems.
Yeah, I see both ways here, right? It's not good to go and tell newspaper or whatever, but also it's got those people can link information or sell, because some people are making a living by selling information. But what I don't really agree is the manager comes out and said, we need the Premier League proven players. Like today, his interview today, he clearly say we are going for the Premier League. So anybody that we're gonna go down now, they're gonna add some more zeros, right?
Of course I will.
The last press conference after the Arsenal game, he literally came out and say everybody is not good. Like we are looking for quality.
But he's putting other players down. You don't want to put your other. If I've got a car,
I think he's sending a message to the board, really.
Yeah.
If I've got something to sell, right, and I'm going to put it up. Say I want to sell it for $4,000, I'll put it up for $5,000, right? So I've got a little bit of money. I can knock them down a bit. But if I put the price up, right, other people are going to come and it's just going to be a bidding war. But all I'm trying to say is that we shouldn't go out all showing all our cards.
Tell everybody what we're gonna do and what we need. That's right. Just pretend to be we have great players already. We can do the season. Pretend that and then walk in the.
This is what we were talking about earlier. In the sense that if you look at the sheer amount of players Chelsea have been linked with this season, it's too much. From Dumfries, like it's almost like we just anybody that is almost signing to another club, we go for them. Quite all right.
But Sam, that's all paper talk, though, isn't it? That's all paper talk.
It is paper talk. We don't really know which one is true or not. But
they're just making stories so that they can have views on there.
And clicks.
That's all it is. We can't forget
clickbait.
In this league. Todd Bowley is new to this. He's new to European football. He's new to transfer window and actually negotiations. So I do feel that we cannot expect the A-class kind of performance from this season.
I completely understand. Listen
to what I'm going to say. All I'm going to say is, right, I think we've still got a good squad, right? If we're not scared of anyone, right? We're the champions. We were I think we're still the World Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup champions,
right?
yes.
Yeah. Like, we've had other players worse than us, right? What we got now, we've got a good team, right?
Yes.
We're not scared of anybody, right? If they come and play football, we give them football, right? We've still got a good squad. We got to just give our players more time and make them feel good and go out. Don't knock them down, because their morale is gonna be upset in that. Just we have to all stick together, and I think we'll still do good this year anyway.
Yeah, that is very positive, really. Let me say hi to another brother that joined us, Mr. Dia.
Anyway, I'm gonna shoot off.
Oh, I'm gonna
shoot off, and
are you positive for the game against Everton?
Yeah, we're gonna win 3-0, and I don't think. Did you hear what Frank Lampard told Fofana not to go?
He told Fofana not to go to Chelsea?
Yeah, that's a report saying that Frank Lampard told Fofana not to go. Or was it... No. It was Chelsea fullback, the French one. What was his name? Frank Leboeuf.
Oh, Leboeuf. Oh, so he told Koundé... he told Koundé not to go to Chelsea?
Not Koundé. Is Fofana French as well?
Yeah, Fofana and Koundé, all of them are French. Yeah, so he told Fofana not to go.
Have a look today. I heard a report that he said that not to go to Chelsea.
Why he would do that? Why he would do that?
I don't know because he's French. I don't know. I don't understand. And he's one of our legends,
our legend. We consider him as a legend. But anyways, my brother Ali, thank you always helping the channel.
Anyway, everybody, good night, and don't be afraid. We're gonna beat Everton 3-0. You watch.
All right, man.
Ali.
All right, man. Anyway,
thank you.
Later.
See you, man.
Later,
See you, brother. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
So I wanted to say hi to Mr. Dia. Are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
Okay. We were busy talking, so you are so quiet. What do you have to say? Are you a Tottenham fan, or what team you support?
No, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Okay, Chelsea fan. What is your agenda today?
Okay, thank you first for accepting me.
No problem.
Yeah. For me, I think this is my brother that just went off and said. We have a good squad already.
Okay.
But my problem is just that we are not creating much chances from that midfield. Because if you watch Chelsea game, anytime that our right wing back, which is James and
the left, from the left,
are not in form. If they are not performing, Chelsea hardly play very well or even win a match. Yes,
so what is your solution now? What are you suggesting?
My solution is that they should try and bring maybe another creative midfielder that can.
Who is in your mind right now? Who is in your mind? Who is in your mind? Yes.
The person that is in my mind is not for sale. That's Rice. I like him.
Declan Rice. Okay.
Yes, because he can move with the ball. He can defend very well, and he can move with the ball.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Good
He's
call.
the one that is in my mind. But I don't know why West Ham do not want to sell him.
Because they can.
They do, brother. 150 million. Who's going to pay that?
That's too much. They're not serious.
No. But the thing is, that's the value that he is to West Ham. It doesn't matter what we think he is. If they're saying 150, and they're not going to sell him for less.
That's the way they value him.
That's the reality, innit?
Yeah.
They value him at that. We have to pay what they want, innit?
He's their captain.
Yeah.
You can't really blame them. And let's be real, the way the Premier League has money now, clubs like West Ham do not need transfer money that much. They get it from TV rights and all that. So it creates that equal ground. That's why you even see Brighton telling Man City, if you're not giving us what we want, we won't sell. We don't need to sell. Actually, it's more problems for us to sell this player because we have to find replacements for them. So it's what the Premier League is right now.
Yeah. So, Mr. 532 Pod, you suggested that we should go for Tielemans. Tell us a little bit more about Tielemans.
I think if you watch Tielemans, he's highly regarded. He plays a bit like Kante, to be fair. He can defend deep, brings the ball forward, and he's got a good strike on him. We should know we lost the FA Cup final to him 2 years ago. He's the one that scored the goal, if you remember. So
don't even remind me that. Yeah.
Even though there was a foul in the build-up, but he's highly rated, and I think he fits into our midfield. You have to remember, Kovacic is injury-prone, unfortunately. So we've got like two players in the middle and in a fullback position which are injury prone. But you bring Tielemans in, he's Premier League proven. He's going to be expensive. Might cost you like 50 million, 60 million. But he helps.
I don't think that he's more defensive than offensive. How many assists he made, like average per season? Because we need somebody who can assist.
In our system, there is no assist, is there? Because that's from the central positions. Our assists and goals come from the wide positions. But our midfield it will be solid, and we need a creative mid, as Dia has said. We get a striker. We need one of them three. We don't really need Cucurella because we've still got Baba Rahman on the books. So
come on.
Sam, we have to prioritize, don't we? We have to prioritize what's important.
I keep Marcos Alonso instead of Baba Rahman.
So we have to ask ourselves. I'm just saying Tielemans is a good shout if we want a midfielder ultimately, but we need goal scorers, in my opinion.
One thing I just want to add real quick, I do feel that Sterling might help a little bit in that middle penetration of like, we need someone that's maybe not creative in the sense of that key pass, but someone who can really run through that middle and actually pass players and give that final ball. So I think maybe that's what Tuchel is looking at, in the sense that if we have those wings blocked, because now a tactic to play against Chelsea is block the wing backs and you actually can win the game.
And take Jorginho out of the game.
Exactly. If you take Jorginho, who is not able to spread that ball, you block the wings, you actually have control over the game. So maybe a Sterling can actually help a little bit more in that, beating one or two players to give that pass or give that pass.
I think ultimately it comes down to what we need. Do we want another area of the pitch where we're creating? Because compared to Liverpool and Man City, we don't create as much as them. We need to create more opportunities for the team. We've got players like Pulisic who are just I think he's finished personally. I don't think he's a top four player in my opinion. I think we need to sell and then replace him. Timo's going. I don't think that's a good idea. I'd rather keep Timo. I think he's better than Pulisic. But whatever Tuchel wants, Tuchel will get. And
whatever the manager wants, he will get. So, people, let me
brother, I'm off. I've got to go.
Oh, you gotta go?
Big up.
Thank you, brother, for helping as always. Thank you, man.
Anytime. Big up to all of you. Good evening.
Good evening, and God bless you. Get some sleep, and then I will see you next time. Thank you.
Definitely. Take care, bro.
Take care, man. So, people, let me just read a few comments here before we continue. Mr. Martin Kos said that I've been following United for 50 years. That is loyal right there. And I have this... he thinks that this transfer window being the worst for United, what there was ever, and also Chelsea will win the Premier League season because they have structure and great team. Okay, that is just cheering me up here, but we are struggling also with the same issues at the moment. New owners, we are shopping on social media at the moment. We look all over the place, my brother. Listen. I don't know. And when was the last time United, like Chelsea, beat United in the league again? I don't remember. So, yeah, it looks like you guys and us, we are going through a transition. So, I don't know who's going to win it. But, yeah, I have hope on Ten Hag is a coach. He's a proper coach. You can tell now what he's trying to do. You know, you can see the pattern of play. You can see everybody is working for everybody. A lot of energy in the team. The problem now is Ronaldo attitude, and he wants to be on the pitch all the time. So that could be an issue for Ten Hag. But let's wait and see what's going to happen. But yeah, nice to see that you've been loyal to your club for 50 years. Much appreciate your presence here, my brother. Okay, Mr. Eugene, anointed man of God, said that good evening to you. Hassan say anything about Ken? Harry Kane is not moving. He's not going anywhere unless, I don't know, if there is a zombie apocalypse or something.
Exactly. There's no way he's leaving.
There's no way that brother is leaving. They are in the Champions League right now. Conte is playing, got all his players on time. They had a great preseason. I think they're gonna challenge for top 4, and they might win a cup.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Mr. Gires, we can hear a lot of background noise. You open another window somewhere so I can hear myself, and the noise is coming from you. So Ken is not moving, brother. Let's wait. If they don't win any trophy this season, and then we're gonna bring the discussion next season about Ken leaving and he wants trophies. But I think they're gonna win something this season. I hate to say it. I don't want Spurs to win any trophy, but the reality is they just might do it. This could be the season they could win a couple trophies. Okay? What else here?
I don't want that.
You don't want them to win? Why?
I'm not a Spurs fan. I'm a Chelsea fan, so I'm not supposed to like Spurs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So even though Antonio Conte is our former coach, but I don't want them to win any trophy.
Yeah, it might happen this season. Unfortunately, it might happen. Mr. Yao, are you there?
Yeah, boss.
Yes, what you have to say?
Oh, boss, I want to know something about Gaga Slonina.
Okay, so Gabriel Gaga Slonina. Okay, Sam, do you have any news?
Yeah, so Slonina everything is done. He had his medical, so I think probably tomorrow they will have the announcement for him. And yeah, Slonina is for the future. He's someone that he reminds me of the way Chelsea bought Courtois, in the sense of you give him a good loan, give him 2-season loan or even 1 season where he's a key player and performs every week in, week out for that team. I would prefer a loan in Europe for him. And yeah, it's more about future. Maybe he can compete with Mendy, because this season for me, Mendy, I want to see more. Mendy has not been looking like the Mendy we had that first season, and if he's not performing well, it's going to show in this season. So, yeah, Solina is for the future, and yeah, he's going to be unveiled for sure. Tomorrow, I think we'll hear something from the club.
Yes, Mr. Dia, do you know Slonina? Yes. Have you heard of him?
I do not know him that much, but I've tried to watch some of his highlights.
Mm-hmm.
And like my brother said, he's just for a future purposes. But for now, I think Mendy is not in good form now, just like he said, and I support that. So he need more challenges, which is slowly on, and because Kepa, that one I think is just off the. So we need someone that could just come in there and challenge Mendy so that he will be more serious.
Yeah, but that is gonna happen like in the year from now. So we need somebody immediately that can also be as a number 2, because first of all, I don't trust that Bettinelli guy. He looks like he's just very comfortable being number 3 and enjoying his money and played ping pong and stuff like that. I don't really rate him. Couple games that he played for us, he conceded stupid goals and stuff like that. So I don't know. But Kepa, somebody told me, actually, let me double check, or somebody can double check. Somebody told me that Kepa is not in the website, on the Chelsea website anymore.
So that move to Napoli is coming.
Yeah, the move from Napoli is almost done.
Yeah, so it could be that is the reason. So we need a solid number 2. I don't know if that Bettinelli guy can do it. Sam, do you know much about that Bettinelli guy? And Mr. Yao, you have a lot of background sounds, so you have to mute yourself sometimes, or I will take you out, because we can hear some kind of weird noise around you.
It's sounding like electricity right now.
Yeah, like he's... Yeah, we can't handle that, brother. I'll take you off. Yeah, what do you think about the number 2 position at Chelsea Football Club?
So the thing with Bettinelli is, just as you said, he's here for a retirement plan, basically. Probably, it reminds me of Max Schwarzer. You know, when Chelsea signed Max Schwarzer, where maybe they play 2 or 3 games a season and they're all right. And after that, if you win a league with them, that's really what they want. So, like, Bettinelli he's not someone that we can rely on if anything happens to Mendy, or if Mendy has a bad form. I do think there was this we had some, like, I think they talked about this goalkeeper from Turkey. I think that might be a choice, but just as you said, we need to wait for Kepa too and see this whole Kepa scenario, because Kepa wants to play World Cup. If you look at the space in Spain, if De Gea doesn't perform well for United, he might actually have a chance if he has a good season with the club. So, yeah, it's something that it shows you that we have a lot of work this season. The transfer window for us, I think it's really going to start this month, and we need to take it serious and really closing those little gaps, because if Kepa leaves, we need a replacement. It cannot be Bettinelli. It's for sure cannot be him. And those youth players too, they're not ready. So hopefully Todd Bowley really finds a way to make all this thing work, because he did put himself in that position, so he better deliver.
Yeah, completely agree with you. Gires, what do you think about Kepa, about Mendy? What's going on here? Did you put some juju on him, because he came to Cameroon to play the African Cup of Nations? He won the African Cup of Nations, and he's not the same again. And it was happening in Cameroon. So did you do something for, juju or some voodoo thing on Mendy? What's going on here?
No. He just maybe he's so overwhelmed. He won the African Cup of Nations, and he just recently won the Champions League. And maybe he's been comfortable winning trophies, and you understand.
So he's like partying too much, right?
Yeah.
Like, I made it. I couldn't believe I did it. Look at me playing for Chelsea, Champions League winner, African Cup of Nations winner. Let me party a little bit too much.
Yeah, he needs somebody to challenge him to come back to that Mendy that just came. You remember the Mendy that just arrived at Chelsea? You could see the performance. So we really miss that.
So
yeah.
Go
to
on.
me, yeah. Okay.
Go on,
To
Mr.
me, I
Dia.
think what you just need is just somebody that will just challenge him. Because if you look at it very well now, he's just relaxed there. He feels so comfortable now. I feel that there is no challenge anymore there for him. So that's why I've just been. For now, he has not been in a good form. So he needs somebody that will challenge him so that he will come back to his form.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So we're gonna move on and talk about another target for Chelsea Football Club. His name is Denzel Dumfries, or whatever his name is pronounced. So according to Gazzetta dello Sport in Italy, they say that Chelsea are set to return with another offer for Mr. Dumfries. Inter will only accept a bid in the region of 50 million. 50 million for this brother here. I'm going to go around and ask you people. Mr. Kali, yeah. Okay, Mr. Kali, you just arrived. What do you think about Denzel Dumfries to Chelsea for 50 million? Are you going to pay that kind of money, and why?
I just think at this point, we're way behind our competitors and we need to pay what we need to pay to get who we need. And for those that are arguing that if we bring in a player, that person is going to bench the ones we already have, whether on the right side, Reece James, on the left side, Ben Chilwell. Look, we're out to win trophies. If you want to be a big club, which Chelsea claims to be, we need to have two very good players for every position. We can't be selfish and say we want to play Reece James, and so we shouldn't buy Dumfries. Let both of them be there. There are so many games we play. We play more than 60 games every year. Every season, over 60 games. So if Dumfries is good enough, let's get him. Let him compete with Reece James. If the coach decides to play somebody at right center back and the other one at right wing back, fine. If he decides to bench one and play one at wing back because we're going to get, hopefully, Fofana, Koulibaly, Silva, that's fine. We should have what we call a depth in squad. We shouldn't have our first 11 and everybody else on the bench is all these young 19 and 20-year-olds. We should have such a depth that even when Reece James needs to be rested, Dumfries can come in and still provide the same quality, if not better. If Chilwell is going to be rested, Cucurella can play, or the coach can have a formation where he plays both of them in the same game. There are the league games to play, FA Cup, Champions League, the Premier League, of course, which is number one. So there's nothing like, oh, we shouldn't buy this player because he's going to take Reece James' position. We should be having two very good players for every position. That's what these big clubs do. Go look at Real Madrid. Go look at Barcelona. Go look at Bayern Munich. Whoever they put on the field is a worthy first 11. We need to start thinking like those that we want to be like. Why do you think players are running to Barcelona? We need to build that culture where if you say Chelsea, people know that Chelsea is truly a big club. We can't be satisfied with being kings of London. Our competitors are not Arsenal and Tottenham. We're chasing Real Madrid. We're chasing Barcelona. We're chasing Bayern Munich. So if we can afford Dumfries, we should pay whatever it costs, if that's market rate, and get Dumfries. Cucurella, get him.
Okay.
Of course, I'm against Barcelona at this time. I'm personally a Barcelona fan in Spain. I'm not a Real Madrid fan. I'm a Barcelona fan in Spain, but I'm so upset with Barcelona that I'm having second thoughts whether we should go for De Jong or not, because he's going to give Barcelona money. But at the end of the day, it's really what is best for Chelsea. And so if they've done their scouting report and Dumfries is really good and they're asking for 40, 50 million, let's pay. Like Bobby would say, there's no time for dilly-dallying, where the window is closing down. Yes, we think we still have the whole of August, but the Premier League starts in 4 days and we're playing on Saturday. So there's no time to waste. These guys have money. It's not my money. It's not your money. These guys have money. What's the difference between 30 and 40 million for Todd Bowley?
10 million.
I'm in California, and I see how he spends sense for the Lakers. I'm a Laker fan. I'm in California and I see how they spend on the Dodgers. So 5-10 million is nothing for Todd Bowley and the Clear Lake Consortium. And so go get Dumfries if that's what we need, or whoever else. I'm all for Chelsea building a quality team that can compete day in, day out for every trophy or tournament we go into.
All right, Mr. Kali, I will come back to you. Sam, did you hear what Mr. Kali just said? And I see also Phil is in the house. I will come back to you. Sam, what do you think about Dumfries guy?
Yeah, so Dumfries is a good option, but I don't know if it's a Tuchel option. I don't know if this is just media talk, because one thing we need to also realize is that we have Hudson-Odoi who plays that right wing back position. And this preseason, Ruben Loftus-Cheek was actually tried in that position too. So personally, for me, I don't think it's a must. It's a position that we need to prioritize. I think there are other positions that need to be prioritized, like having another centre back, like even maybe looking at a striking option too, and also the left side of the game, in the sense of if we're not keeping Hakim Ziyech, and Chilwell will need that competition. So yeah, for me, that Dumfries is a additional.
So are you okay with a pay whatever it takes statement?
No, not for Dumfries.
How much are you willing to pay for him?
You have to look at the amount they paid for him just last year. They paid 15 million for him, and now they want to get 40 for him, for a player who didn't have an outstanding season. Inter Milan fans actually want him to leave. I just feel they're looking at us and they're like, you know what? These people paid for Lukaku 90 or 100 million. So you know what?
We can mark them off, right?
We can pack them off for 40 for Dumfries. They know he's not worth that. I know it's not Chelsea's money. And I do, to some extent, agree with Carly that in the sense that if you buy a player that suits your system, then it doesn't matter how much you pay because it's not even our money. But is this player really what Tuchel wants? Or is this the thing that has been happening this whole season where you don't get this player, so it's like anyone we can get? Let's get in bodies. If we're in that stage, this season will be dreadful. If we're just trying to get bodies, there has to be players that actually the manager sees them having a good fit, being a good fit for a system.
Yeah, I completely agree. And Mr. Allen here in the chat said that we don't need to panic buy because we will end up by a lot of dead wood again. So that kind of makes sense. Mr. Phil.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. We are here. We are hijacking people all over the world. So we are cool.
Hijack FC is back in action again.
Yes.
You know, I'm not all over the moon about this news. If it happen, I will be so happy. If it doesn't happen, I'm not going to kill myself like during the last transfers of other players that didn't come to Chelsea. But over the time, I just left office now. Over the time, I've been reading Twitter and listening to other people comment. I noticed that what I noticed is this. I might be wrong. A lot of people that support Chelsea, some of them, they don't really know what they support. Some people they prefer English player to Chelsea sources because they want English player to be playing for Chelsea. If it's not English player, every other thing is wrong. Because I saw a lot of people making comment, oh, the guy, why buy him? Because we have 50 million worth in Chilwell, he's going to be competing with Chilwell. So what? If it's in my own thinking, I think the guy is even better than Chilwell. He's better than Chilwell, in my own view. So a lot of people don't want competition for Chilwell. They want somebody that will just sit on the bench and just warm the bench unless Chilwell is out, then he can fit in. No, if you want the best of a player, you need to give him a competition, and you will see the best of that player. So again, we don't want somebody to take Reece James' position. No, it shouldn't be that way. It should be giving us the best of the player. Let them push each other to the best, and that's how we get the best out of every players. Not bringing in 10 million player that will only sit on the bench.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, Mr.
Yeah, you know what? It's really about what do we want for Chelsea. we all want the club to support the manager, right? I think that's a general consensus that we all want the club to support Thomas Tuchel. Because for a long time, it's always Marina,
the board deciding, and imposing the coach.
At least for the first time, Chelsea is trying to support the manager and get the players for the manager. And so if we really want to win, it doesn't matter whether the player for Chelsea is an English player, academy player, Spanish player from Brazil. It doesn't really matter. Remember, a lot of us are international fans. I can understand the English fans pushing for the academy players because they want to build a national team. But most of us are not English guys. We're supporting Chelsea internationally. And so it doesn't matter to us how much Chelsea is building up the academy players for the England national team. Who cares? They won the World Cup in 66. So what? That's
the girls.
problem.
The girls won the Euros last night.
We want to win trophies. So get us the best players. If it means James sitting on the bench, so be it, like Phil said. If it means Chilwell sitting on the bench, so be it. And remember, at this time as we speak, Chilwell is not fully fit. Look at the game we played on Saturday against Udinese. Chilwell is not physically fully fit, and that's why Tuchel played him on the next day. He didn't start the game on Saturday with the A team. It was Marcos Alonso that played in that first game. And so, with Marcos Alonso most likely going to Barcelona, Chilwell is not even 100% to start for us. And so we need, whether we want to call it a backup or competition or a substitute, whatever it is, we need a depth in that area.
See, Star, let me quickly buttress your point in one side.
And then we're gonna move to Mr. Dia, who's been asking for.
I don't really appreciate when a club like Chelsea will be talking to buy a player and they will be calling that player a backup. That is mediocre statement. You don't look for a backup in a team like Chelsea. You look for a player that can play as a first team player. Let them push each other. You see Ronaldo and Messi when they were in Spain. Do you think both of them, they are superhuman beings? No. It's because of the challenge that they put between themselves, the rivalry. The same to Mane and Salah. Because of the rivalry, they want you want to be the best, I want to be the best, and that is why you have the best of yourself.
Exactly.
But when nobody's pushing you, you only be at the level that you are in. And when people are talking about let's buy a player, why is what's his name? Cho is playing in a wing back. It's because we don't have option for what's his name?
Reece James.
Sometimes James needs to sit down on the bench and relax, take some break. But since we don't have anybody to play that role, see people like Cho play that role because that limit Cho, and he will even give him some feelings that he doesn't want to play. Because that's
exactly. Because Hudson-Odoi is an attacker. He's not a wing back.
But guys, just real quick on the whole.
Psychologically.
Okay, let me structure this a little bit. Sorry, let me talk to Mr. Dia. He been asking for the last 20 minutes to talk. Yeah, say it. What you wanna say, bro?
Okay, to me, I think the interest of the club should come first before the interest of any player.
Okay.
For any club to succeed.
So Chelsea first.
Chelsea first.
Okay.
What I'm saying is about any player. If we buy any player that can bench James, Chilwell, or even Mendy, and will give us the result, then let's get the person. All we just need is the result. We don't need to just come to watch Chilwell and James and they give us a wrong result. Once we can get any player that could just give us the result, that's what Chelsea need. And if we get this competition for them, if we get these competitors for them, it will make them to step up their games. Nobody will want to sit in the bench. They will not want to sit in the bench. That will make them to even fight more, so that they will be consistent. That's what we need. Our interest first, which is Chelsea, before the interest of any player. That's what I want to add.
You see, I used to be a player fan. oh, this player is the best player, is my fan, I'm his fan. Eden Hazard, if I tell you guys what I did concerning Eden Hazard, I can never forget Eden Hazard in my life again because I did something in his name.
Okay, so you put a tattoo, all right? You put a Hazard tattoo.
It's not a tattoo. My son, I gave my son name Eden.
Eden, because of Hazard. Okay, so you left and then you are heartbroken.
Yes.
Right. That's why you don't do anything to please a superstar. Because one day you might discover some bad stuff about that guy and you're like, okay.
And Barcelona will come tomorrow, Real Madrid will come tomorrow and pick our best player and go. Because every player have the ambition to play for Real Madrid, Barcelona. So they break your heart, right?
Okay.
So I'm not a player fan. I'm a club fan. I don't care who you are.
Let's go, Sam. Sam, what do you have to say, Sam?
Yeah, what I just want to say is this is not really a player fan thing. What I'm just saying is I've been watching Chelsea and I've seen the whole transfer window of when we wanted to get Chilwell. I saw a lot of fans saying he's horrible, he's not a good player. We should get Tagliafico. We should get Reguilon. We should get even
Alex Telles and
Alex Telles. Chilwell has always had for me some kind of backlash from this fan base, and in his performances, he has actually made the team better. Whenever he plays, this team looks better. So I'm not saying that Cucurella is. I'm not saying he's better than Cucurella. That's not what I'm saying. But I want us to appreciate the players we have. Competition is very good, but this is one of the reasons I started watching Oggs, because Oggs was the only one in this YouTube community actually telling people that, you know what, quite all right, you want to always improve your team, but do not forget the players you have. Do not forget the team you have. Don't look down on them because you want that new player, you want that new
shiny toy.
That new shiny toy of, you know what, we have a new player, he's going to ball. Look at the players you have. Get more competition for them, but don't look down on the players you have. That's just all.
Yeah, very, very good discussion. Giras, you didn't say, very quickly, what is your idea before we move?
About this Cucurella, this guy, he's a good player, but saying this guy is better than Chilwell is not good, because this guy, he play for Brighton. He's not playing the Champions League. He's not playing the more of a game that Chilwell is playing. You can't compare this guy to Chilwell. This guy is playing Brighton. You can't compare Brighton and Chelsea.
Oh, so what you're saying is that the pressure at Chelsea is completely different than Brighton.
It's completely different than Brighton. So you cannot judge this guy until he comes to Chelsea and then he perform the same way he's performing at Brighton. Then you can say he's good. He's good, but you cannot say he's better than Chilwell. He's a good player.
That is a good point, but he also played in the Premier League. That makes it more easier for us to adapt him in the team. But kind of makes sense. I kind of agree with you in the sense that you need to prove it in the Chelsea team when you have superstars, another kind of pressure. You have to win, and people are gonna get on you. You know, gonna scapegoat you as soon as you don't perform for one game and all that. So like wait and see. I'm gonna just stay positive on everything that Tuchel is gonna do, because now we don't have to blame anybody else, right? You got your players, and then show us what you can do with them. Yeah, you wanted to add something?
I also have to say something. And what do you think? Like, are we really safe if we build a team around? We have all the defenders that Tuchel need. Are we safe if we don't have a striker? Can we cope without a striker? Can Borja take us to the next level?
Okay, that is a question for everybody. Mr. Phil, can we cope with only defenders without signing a striker? What is your point?
I think we're going to sign another attacking player. Knowing fully where Timo is leaving, I think it will be a bad thing if we don't put a attacking player there. I don't know whether it's going to be a main striker or another winger, as in another front player. But I'm very sure if Timo leaves, Chelsea is going to get somebody in that can support Broja and Kai. Yes, I know they're going to get somebody in. So I'm looking at. They're going to get two defender, one attacking player, I'm not sure that they're going to go for any midfielder because we have Gallagher, we have about 5 players in the middle of the park, or 6 of them.
Yeah, we have Kante, we have Kova, we have Jorginho, who isn't untouchable, according to many people. And we have Ruben Loftus-Cheek, that some people don't want to even hear his name. We still have Ross Barkley in there. The list goes on, my people.
On and on. So I don't think they're going to go for any player in the midfield. They're going to get a player in the front, and they're going to get defenders. That's all I know.
Okay. All right, let's go and move. Mr. Kali, what do you think? Do we still need somebody to help in the attacking positions, or you think we should just be fine by just strengthening our defense?
Oh yeah, I think we do need attacking reinforcement. We should get 1 or 2 more players because Sterling is not changing much. He's going to score goals, but he's not going to make up for the goal difference that we have against Liverpool and Man City. He's a good addition, but that doesn't solve the attack. We're still having players that are missing sitters, that are missing clear-cut chances. You see the games we played, you can see how much Hazard is still missing goals, and Pulisic, and all of them, in fact. So we do need reinforcement in attack. The only question is, what kind of reinforcement? Are we looking for an attacking midfielder? Are we looking for a winger that can score goals? Or are we looking for a striker, a top 9 or false 9? It's up to the coach, but I just think our attack is not good enough. We do need improvement in that area.
All right, let's go, Sam. What are you going to say about it?
Yeah, so we all know that we need improvement because if Timo Werner leaves, it's also likely Hakim Ziyech leaves too. So for sure we need improvement. One name, I don't know, Oggs, I have to ask you if you've heard about this name too. I've heard this name touted a little bit around. And the reason why they've been talking about this player is because he only has 1 more year on his contract, and it's Jamie Vardy. I've heard it's a little bit thing about Jamie Vardy, maybe. Have you heard about it?
Yeah, how old? That guy is like 200 years old.
He's 35 years old. The only thing is that he has that pace that we might need up front. So I've heard about that name because if we really think about it, who can Chelsea buy that is better?
Yeah, Jimmy Vardy is a weird one. If he's 35 years old, do you think that he's gonna just want to come to Chelsea, sit on the bench? I think he's gonna just finish his career at Leicester City. I don't see it happening, but I don't know.
That's the thing. It's been floating around. Even I don't know if it's going to happen.
Mr. Sam,
I've heard about that. Yes.
Let me quickly say something to you. Do you watch those preseason matches that we played?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes. Do you think Chelsea need a striker that only depends on run on the back, just to run all those pace that we always talk about?
No, we need an all-around striker.
Yes, all-around striker, because most of the time that we play, 89 to 90% or 95% of the time that we play, we play inside the box of opponent, and we go back, front, back, sideways, left side. We don't really play behind the attack line. So if that is the pattern that the manager is trying to explore, then we need a striker that can fit into that system, not only running behind. And that is the problem that I have with Broja. That's the only problem that I always have with Broja. And I'm not going to say it's a problem because I don't really watch him that much. I don't know whether he's the type of player that can play like Firmino. I'm not sure whether he play like that.
Yeah, he can participate. Broja been very good, but at Southampton, that's what he was asked to do. At Southampton, he was asked to play that way, but he's still young. Okay. He can also improve, adapt on. Yeah, he participates a lot. He bullies a lot of people. He got a very good dribbling abilities on him, but you know how it goes. It's gonna be about the edge, about the experience, and we're gonna go here until tomorrow. Nobody is gonna convince nobody. So
if Broja is there, if it's all around, I will let him play.
Nobody's saying selling. It's okay to keep him, but we need addition. Because like you said, he needs the experience, he needs to fit into Tuchel's system. Don't get rid of Broja. Keep him, but get some more experienced people. Over several games, we're going to see him grow and get better.
Okay, but who will you guys get?
Striker.
See,
who are you gonna get?
If I'm gonna go first to pick a player,
I know where you're going. I know where you're going. Can I tell you? I'm a magician. Yeah. Can I tell you?
Tell me.
Matthews Nunes.
Oh, for the midfield, I'm talking about the attack.
Oh, because you said the other time that he can play from attacking position too. So
yeah,
okay, yeah. Now I failed. That's my bad. Go on.
Okay, I will go for Ronaldo because I know.
You change your mind. You change your mind.
Ronaldo?
No. I didn't change my mind. I mean, because based on the market
in the other
now,
shows, you said that you don't want to see him.
No, I never said that.
Maybe I'm confused because I have like 1,000 people in the show.
Get some drinks, get some water.
So you want to go for Ronaldo?
Ronaldo is 37. Somebody was asking that. He's 37.
I know.
He's as old as
age.
That is 37 more problems.
Okay. You guys see what he did at Man U today and yesterday? So he has ego.
We don't need that energy.
Ronaldo will give you goals. The problem is how to manage his ego.
Yeah,
I think what is happening to Ronaldo presently. Some of us we don't know what is going on in that club. We don't know. Ronaldo. I've never heard about Ronaldo being causing trouble in the clubs.
I've never had to play Europa League too.
I've never heard him talking about fighting in the club when he was in Man United or when he was in Real Madrid or Juve.
Well, it's not even about fighting. It's about like he takes so much space. It's all about him, and even if you're trying to protect himself, to protect him from himself, and it's always no, don't serve me. If I play with one leg, I decide when I'm coming off. I decide when I play. It's all me. Bad attitude in public.
And I think he and Tuchel would fight. I think we could actually see, because Tuchel also has a big ego. People don't.
Yeah, that's the problem. Ego.
Tuchel has a massive ego. That's why he and Lukaku fell out that fast.
Exactly, and that's why Tuchel doesn't want him.
Exactly.
Two egos cannot coexist.
Okay.
So apart from Ronaldo, who else? Because that's why I brought up Jamie Vardy. Because I'm not saying like, oh, I want him. I heard the news that Chelsea might be exploring that option, because let's be real, which other striker are there right now that
they are somewhere. They are somewhere in the Bundesliga, the team that you never even pay attention to. They are in the French league.
French league.
I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying that we're going there, because he's asking who is there. So I said in those so-called lower division or lower teams, you might find somebody who can just do the job, like Arvid Tony, for example. Very low profile. He can just come and bully defenders and all that, but probably we don't play the same way to adapt him, because he might end up by being another Lukaku. But I'm just giving the example that if you pay attention and you have a very good scouting department, not the Chelsea department who always scout on social media and Twitter. If you have those people on the field, like watching players, they can come up with something that can surprise many people. That's the point.
One name I just want to also put is Victor Osimhen. I do think that he might.
How much? But that brother is gonna cost.
That's just the thing. It's going to cost a lot of money, especially with what they bought him for.
They bought him for 80 million. Yeah. So that brother is not moving for less than 100 million or something. Yeah. Lukaku's price tag. That's it. Before even you start the discussion, put 90 million on the table. There's no way you can go and penny pinch and bully them and get him for 50 million. It's not going to happen. And Jonathan David also is another one that could be an option. But also, everybody knows that Chelsea now need players and we are desperate. And you go there, Jonathan David could be in between 35 to 40 mil, but you go there, you Chelsea Football Club, your manager just said that we are desperate, we need players. Boom, 100 million to start. Okay, and then you're gonna negotiate, and they're gonna ask you to pay 80 million. So it's complicated, really, at the moment.
And we are having a lot of issue now for this striker issue. This point, we really need a striker.
What about Dominic Calvert-Lewin?
You think Frank Lampard is gonna want really to reinforce Chelsea Football Club? He hates Chelsea, and we're gonna play them the first game. They sold the Richarlison. Let's go for like realistic target, but now it's too late really to start negotiating with Everton because they are horrible to begin with, and you take Big Dom from them. I think the same day Lampard is going to resign, because you take Dom from that team, it's over. Who is going to score goals? Finish.
But one thing that Dom is so good at is his heading. I do think
he's good on that.
That guy with his head,
he's just a little bit like a young Ronaldo when it comes to like, directing the ball accurately to the back of the net. He's good.
With a Reece James cross or a Chilwell cross, that could be something that this team might need, because if you look at the profile of strikers we have since Lukaku left, we do not have someone who can really score with their head.
Okay, Mr. Jean-Paul Velasco.
How you doing, buddy?
Yes, sir. Nice to see you.
I'm here now. So the way I'm gonna say, Chelsea, we are in good position right now, but we are only suffering on the striking line. About me, we need Ronaldo over there. Even Thomas Tuchel doesn't like that. If Roman Abramovic could be there, because any individual president or owner of the club, he must sign a player, his own player. Remember, like Eden Hazard, when he was there, he was a player for the president. Fernando Torres,
our president also made a lot of mistakes by Chenchenko, Torres. Most of them didn't pay off. But do you think that it's a good idea to start a war between the president and the manager? It's gonna end up in burning the house, bro.
I know, but like I said, the way you talk about Armando Broja, he should go to Madrid like a loan. He can grow over there, and Timo Werner, he can be released by Chelsea.
Yeah, he's leaving. He's leaving.
He's leaving. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I think Memphis Depay is looking for a club.
Memphis Depay is looking for a club. What do you think about it, Mr. Kali? Memphis Depay to Chelsea.
Those are the kind of attacking or players or strikers that Tuchel is looking for. And that's why we talked about Depay, Leroy Sané. Who was this other guy from Bayern Munich? Gnabry. So it's those Sterling, those kind of roving attackers that play everywhere in the front third. That's the kind of striker that Tuchel is looking for. He doesn't want a Lukaku type or Didier Drogba type that just stands there and waits for the ball. He wants somebody that would come into the midfield, play with the midfield, the same thing that Harry Kane does in Tottenham, pull back a little bit, join in the play, and then progress and go to score goals. So Depay would be a kind of Tuchel kind of player if he's really available, because sometimes in social media, we think a player is available, that the club is doing a lot of underground work and they really know who's there and who's not open to move, or who the club doesn't want to sell. Depay is a kind of Tuchel player.
I think they already told him he can leave. They already told Depay to, he can leave.
Yeah, he want to stay and finish one more season because he only has like one season left. But yeah, if he find a team like Chelsea, he might move to London and expect a lot of music in the dressing room. We have our own DJ, and the Bling Bling is back again. He's gonna bring
live music when he
and the problem also about Memphis Depay, the guy is good player. I know he got more experience. The problem for him is get more injuries. That is the problem.
He just got a very bad ACL injury like a couple of seasons ago, and that, when you get a big injury like that, it's gonna cause small injuries here and there all the time. So yeah, that is a very good point too. But that brother, man, he's good when it comes to football. He doesn't really he takes his football seriously, but he takes his music also very seriously. And
it's the same thing like Dembele. You remember when Dembele would like to come to Chelsea, Thomas Tuchel needs him, but Thomas Tuchel say, I'm gonna think about it because Dembele get more injuries.
Yeah, so yeah.
Werner, I'm gonna chip this in. What do you guys think? I'm thinking Chelsea and Thomas Tuchel want a particular kind of player wherever in the field, but since we're talking about the attack, Tuchel wants a particular kind of attacker, and he's willing to be patient if it means not getting somebody in this window, waiting till January or next summer. He doesn't want to sign players for the sake of signing players.
I hope so. I hope that is the case. I hope that is the case because it's gonna be a good choice. But it looks like we are rushing. We are rushing right now. Like okay.
In the defense, it's a different issue because we're short in numbers. You have to bring up the numbers, and that's why he has maybe 5 to 10 defenders, and he's just going down the list. We miss of this person, he crosses his out, delete. We miss on Kunde, he crosses out and he goes to the next person and the next person and the next person. I'm thinking he's thinking that our attack is not good enough, that it's average, and that he really needs to bring in people that will make a difference, not just signing attackers for the sake of signing attackers.
But that's what he should have. That
right now is kind of dry.
That
Look
exactly.
At how all of us are struggling to come up with names of attackers.
That's what he should have done last season, though. He should have done it last season with Lukaku and Saul Niguez. I know everybody said that it's not his signing, it's the Marina. Okay, but
we know that Lukaku is not a Tuchel signing.
But yes, but listen. Don't you think that Tuchel also has something to do with it? Because he had Tammy Abraham that clearly he took off after 40 minutes sending the message. Let me finish.
Tuchel doesn't like those kind of strikers.
That's a problem. That's why.
When he was at Borussia Dortmund, when he was at PSG, look at the kind of strikers he plays and who he benches. I've heard you say it, and you're very correct that he even benched Cavani.
So yeah, I want to finish to say, you see that he kind of forces the board hand. Everybody is gonna say he didn't agree with it, but I personally believe that it's not his choice. But at some point, he ended up by saying, "Okay, I can make it work. Okay, I might change him a little bit and I might make it work and let go for it," because I have every press conference on my channels and I know so many times when he said that this is the profile that we've been looking for. He's gonna be perfect. He's gonna be successful at Chelsea. It could be PR stuff, but you know, when a transfer doesn't really work out and we look for the scapegoat, it's the board. When you love the manager and it's the manager, when you hate the manager and you everything that negative about him, you're gonna just emphasize. So this one, I'm gonna take it 50-50. And what I hold him a little bit responsible is you had somebody already there. 16 goals for Tammy Abraham the first season. He still can move. And if anybody that can walk a little bit in Thomas Tuchel's system is Tammy. He can drop back, he can search the ball, he can dribble, he can pass the ball, he can score all kind of goals. And you went there and sent a clear message that, you know what, this guy is finished. I don't want to work with him. So what he did is put a lot of pressure on the board to try to find somebody immediately, even if it wasn't Thomas Tuchel's choice. So I don't know if you understand that somehow he influences people to buy Lukaku, even if it wasn't his
really
choice.
About what do we prefer? Do we want a club where the manager is supported, or do we want a club where you give the manager the players and have the manager work with what he has?
Well, that is a good question, but also that is a problem. That's what I'm saying, that if backing the manager, backing the manager doesn't mean that buy everything he wants immediately, but also being smart on the market, because you push people.
We're chasing Liverpool and Man City. Look at those clubs now.
Those are 7 years project. Those are 7 years, 6 years project.
Exactly.
It doesn't happen overnight.
It takes us a little bit of time. We have to be patient.
That's why, and patient. That's why
we should be patient.
We are talking the same language, but you don't want to understand my point of view. What I'm saying is, being patient also could be accept certain conditions until you get your own player. Like Tammy Abraham was awful or whatever you can call him, but Lukaku is there. You say, you know what? I'm gonna stick with this guy who can do something for me instead of rushing and buying 100 million problems in the dressing room. Let me just be patient, try to get something out of this player, and then when we got the right player on the market, we can rush. That is exactly what Liverpool did when they went for Alisson Becker, when they went for Van Dijk. It was like few windows. They are struggling with the goalkeeping position. No, I'm not gonna go for the. I'm waiting for the right person. That's why. That is my point.
Yeah, I think that is true. The way you say is true. Because,
I agree with you on that.
Yeah. We're not gonna rush to buy a striker right now. I think Thomas Tuchel is worrying about the December. When December gonna come, you're gonna have a new striker. And also I think Harry Kane, because the president look, he's gonna push about Harry Kane.
Harry Kane is not realistic at the moment, bro. We have to forget about that guy at the moment.
Not going to sell to Chelsea.
Yeah. It's gonna be, yeah, something need to happen in order for them to sell to us.
I had also, sorry, I can interrupt. I have my young brother who live in Spain, close to Barcelona.
Okay.
He had like, he found Eden Hazard like on the street. He was in the restaurant. He just asked him, is my twin brother who lives there. He asked him, Eden Hazard, how do you look about everything? Even like those players, kind of the people who have like a social media, the way we are talking about. He look maybe Ancelotti don't like him, and we know Ancelotti don't like Eden Hazard. He may be returned back to Chelsea.
Yeah, he will be like 33 years old by then. I don't think Chelsea are going to get him anymore, but that is for the future. Right now, we're looking for people to play for Chelsea right now. Mr. Phil, looks like you've been quiet from work. Are you making dinner or something? Mr. Len Phil.
I think he's making jollof. He's making jollof.
Yeah, I think he's making some dinner for the family, and you don't blame them. In America, we cook, okay? Men cook.
Yeah, like me, I'm gonna cook now. I just came from work.
Oh, yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
2015-2016 Champions League against PSG. Tuchel was their manager, right? I don't know if anybody watched that game. So if you watch that game, you will realize that what Tuchel is doing at Chelsea is not just doing it today. It has been a way or a style of play. I remember that time the commentator was saying, "Oh, what is PSG playing? They're playing walking football." I can remember that word clearly because from their defense. Then what is this guy named that is playing for Juventus now from PSG? I forgot the guy name. That tall guy, the midfielder.
Yeah.
Andre Rabiot.
Huh?
Adrien Rabiot.
Rabiot. Thank you. Rabiot was the point of attraction in that team that year, and they play from their defense, no rushing. When they get into their box in the third half, then that is when they become fast. The commentator was saying, "Oh, they're playing a walking football, and all our players look lost. They beat us home and away." If you go back 2015-2016 Champions League. So when you see Tuchel playing this kind of a sideways, left side, front pass, it's not today. It's been like that. They do that to keep opposition in their half and don't let them come out. And they'll be looking for opportunity to score. By the time they score, the only difference is that in that year, PSG, they have a killer instinct more than Chelsea now. Then if they create that chances, they put the ball behind your net. They put it behind your net. So that is the difference between Chelsea of today and the PSG of 2015-2016 season. They play the same pattern. Because this thing that I'm telling you, I watched this match again yesterday. Just to see, okay, is this guy doing something different at Chelsea? this is the way he
So
plays.
what the point you're trying to make here? Like we should just be patient or wait until it gels, or what is the point?
we should be patient. We just need a striker that are deadly in the front, like Ronaldo. Every little chances, turn around, shots, play, accurate shooting into the net. That's all we need. This guy, he knows what he's doing.
Okay. I just want to add something too. One thing we need to also realize is when we're comparing Chelsea to Liverpool and Man City, you have to realize that when Klopp and Guardiola came to that club, all the players that they met there left before they really started seeing that major success. So
it's going to take time.
It's going to take time. Like Tuchel,
exactly.
Even winning that Champions League too that we won, I do think that Champions League made the board and everybody relax a little bit. They felt, you know what, all we need is a striker. Let's just get one striker and
so
this team will perform.
The missing piece,
Exactly. And that turned out to be a bad mistake. Like at the end, it cost us that last season. So
we were deluded to think that everything is complete. We just need
everything is complete. We just need a top
Lukaku, and then we're gonna start killing it for years.
You can see the way we acted in that window. We only got Lukaku in, and we got Saul. And even Saul was mainly injury. So yeah, man, it's something we have to be patient with, as you said, Ox. And Ox, I'll be leaving right now. I really enjoyed the show.
Oh yeah, we're gonna leave very soon too. Thank you, Mr. Sam.
Thanks for having me, Ox, as usual.
Yeah, man. Come back tomorrow if you have time. My brother Sam was there. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Goodbye, Sam. Jean-Paul, you can also say goodbye to people because you wanna cook and you are shirtless. And you say goodbye to people. Mr. Victor, I'm going to come and close the show with you. So stay there. Give me a few more seconds before I put other people. Yeah, Mr. Jean-Paul.
Thank you so much, brothers. And we'll keep in touch, everybody. And God bless you all.
Thank you so much, man. What are you cooking tonight?
I'm going to cook fish, tilapia. We are here in Massachusetts.
Oh, you have a tilapia? Oh, man. I have to go to an African shop to buy some of them because I can't find it in Kroger or something. But nice to have you here, brother, and come back next time, all right?
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Take care.
Take care. Thank you. But all right. So, Mr. Dia, also, you have to say goodbye to people now. And see you next time. Thank you for helping the show.
Okay, no problem. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
All right, so that's it. He was really very quick and sweet. We have Mr. Victor who is going to stay here. Let me go to... I'm going to go to Mr. Phil to say goodbye because he's from work, and also to go to Mr. Kali. And then Victor, I will give you a few minutes at the end because you just arrived, so you can kind of conclude and give us the last news and all that. So stay there, be patient with me for a couple of minutes. Mr. Phil.
Yeah, thank you, the host. This show, like I always say, is one of the best shows that give opportunity and everybody's have a say.
Yeah, and I'm a punching bag for Phil, though. So I'm his punching bag. When he wanna punch somebody, he comes here. Yeah, go on.
Chelsea fan, let us support the manager. Let's support the success of the club, not individual, not player. It's not good to support players. Support the team. Support the club. Thank you.
Thank you so much, man. Bon appetit, and I will see you next time. Mr. Kali.
All right, thanks, Ogs. Thank you for the discussion. I wanted to chime in real quickly for the discussion you had on why is it that Chelsea tries to buy players and then they tell the media. It's really not how it works.
Okay.
It's the club wants to buy players, and in the process of buying a player, so many people are involved. The office staff, the scouting department, even the selling club is involved. So sometimes the news is leaked by the selling club to up the ante, to up the price of the player by informing other teams that you want to buy a player. And then the biggest problem is these people that sell it to the Fabrizio Romanis of the world to make money. So it's not really Chelsea coming out and saying we're going after Cucurella or we're going after Dumfries or we're going after Fofana or any other player. It's the people that make money out of it that are letting the public know, that are putting it in social media, and everybody's getting knowledge of it. the club itself works in secret, but there's so much secrecy you can have in trying to buy a player, because a lot of people are involved in discussions to get a player. Even the player and his agent also try to leak the information too.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you cannot put the blame only on Chelsea. That why is it that when we want to buy the player, we tell the whole world and then we lose out on the player because we make other clubs come in to compete for that player.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. So thank you so much. I would see you next time.
Thank you, my brother. Peace. All right, Victor, the floor is yours.
I was just chiming. I have been listening for a while, and I decided to chip in because of the argument that the brother that just left was trying to make, or the one before him. Yeah, I mean, I know you have to go, so I'm not going to hold you any longer. But I just wanted to say, I mean, Cucurella, Jong, Fofana, Dumfries. I mean, which of these four characters are being pursued because we are desperate?
Good question.
You know, that's the thing. It's like if you keep asking the question, and the cacophony of issues now that everybody's bringing in, we leak information. That's why the prices are pushed up for us and all of that. Every team in the league, every club goes through this. So Chelsea shouldn't be the only one that is suffering because prices are up. It's because of the way we do business and the way we overlook completely. And I will always pursue this argument. The way we overlook completely our own academy players because people want instant success. Now, somebody said that 6 players are left from what the German coach who came to Liverpool, Jurgen Klopp, or whatever his name is, where he started with. It's been 7 years. I heard you saying that before, that it's 7 years. It started some time ago. The same with Pep Guardiola. He has maybe 1 or 2 players left from when he started.
Yeah.
Yes, of course it will be, because it's been years. It's been 7 or 8 years. But when they first came to the club, the first couple of years, you wouldn't expect them to get rid of everybody. They are supposed to work with what they have. But that doesn't also mean that these coaches didn't have respective success. You know, Pep Guardiola has been winning the championship for the last 4 or 5 years. It took him only a year or 2 for him to have success because he knew what he wanted and most importantly, what he could do with what he had. You know, it seems like we have given this coach a pass that, okay, until he gets the first 11 from his own wishes, he can't do anything with what we presently have. People we are paying literally thousands and hundreds of thousands of pounds every week to. You know, so I feel like we should really chill. Don't do any panic buy. A couple of those 4 that I mentioned earlier on will do well for us. No doubt. It's always a good thing to show up, especially if the positions you are buying for are the weakest link in the club, and you wanna strengthen it. But the whole world knows that we have issues. The whole world knows that we have issues with Deadwood in our club, and nobody even wants them unless we completely just give them away. Practically speaking, we are the only club that goes and buy a player for 98 million, and 6 months after we want to return that player. So people know we have issues. So we have to just chill for a minute. Maybe use this season to know what we really want, what the coach wants, what can be afforded. There's a new king in the house, and what he wants to also do for us before we move forward, because I don't want us to do any panic buy.
Okay, no panic buy. DJ, what do you think about us signing and hijacking everybody? Is that panic, or just we are showing some strength and some muscles in the market?
Listen, I'll be honest with you. Big up to you, Victor. By the way, listen, I've not watched this whole stream, to be honest with you. I haven't just come on.
Okay, yeah, we were about to close it, so yeah.
Yeah, I heard Victor going on about Thomas Tuchel again. Are you not happy with Thomas Tuchel, Victor? Because he sounds like you're not very happy bunny with Thomas Tuchel at the moment.
No, I'm not. I've never been happy with him because he wanted to play Jorginho.
So, okay, is that the only reason why, or do you rate him as a manager though?
No, I do rate him as a manager. I think he can do well if he has good advice, because he doesn't really see. I don't know what his project is about. What does he stand for? What kind of style is he trying to project onto the players? I don't know. If he can tell me, he's been here for almost 2 years, and if you cannot tell me, then it means that there's a problem right there undergirding all of this.
I'll be honest with you. I think his style. He's trying to make his style very much like Klopp. Klopp and the guy who's the German manager, the ex-Bayern Munich manager. I think he's trying to make his style like that. All seem to be coming from the same trade.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, you're going to say. Sorry.
No, I wanted to say, are you talking about Hansi Flick or what?
Hansi Flick,
Yeah.
Hansi Flick, and also the new Bayern Munich manager. They all seem to come from the same
school, kind of, yeah.
The same school of thought. And I think Thomas Tuchel's trying to get that with these players that he's got. Liverpool have had a chance. What we got to remember here is Jurgen Klopp had a couple of years or so to build the squad to the image that he wants. Thomas Tuchel's not even been here for 2 years. He's only been here, is it coming up to a year and a bit now? Or since he's taken over as manager? He needs to give that opportunity to build the image of the team that he wants. And I do believe he is the right guy to do that. And I think we just got to be patient with him, because I do put him up there amongst the elite. For me, him, along with Guardiola, Pep, Flick, all these other managers, I put him up there amongst that elite. I think he's one of the best around that we've got.
Also, what do you talk about?
You let him finish, please, Mr. Victor.
Yeah, I thought he had finished. I'm just saying, what do you attribute our Champions League win to? Because only elite managers win that. What kind of players did he win it with?
Yeah, he won it with the team that he obviously got. Obviously, some of them plays were not his. Some of the plays were his. I mean, some of the plays obviously inherited Frank Lampard's team. He just came in and improved them players. And then obviously he went on to do when he obviously went the following season when he finally had his first year of with them. He ended up making them win the World Club Tournament Championship and also the Super Cup. So he is starting to do things in his own image. I just think we've got to be a little bit more patient with him, because I think a lot of our fan base nowadays, and I'm not aiming this at you, Victor. I'm aiming it genuinely with our fan base. Thomas Tuchel is the right manager for this job. I don't think there's anyone better out there to take us over. People talk about Zinedine Zidane. I don't really want him to come to Chelsea, to be honest with you. Then people are saying Pochettino's available. I don't want Poch either. For me, the only other managers that I would only put in there to come and take over from him, which are unavailable if he was to ever go, is Klopp and Guardiola. But I think we all know here, those guys are never going to come to Chelsea. That's how much I make him elite up there. So for me, we just need to give this guy his time. He will get it right. He's trying to get the plays that he wants in, and for him to ask for the plays that he wants. And all this talk of hijacking FC, I think we've got to stop this now, because we're not hijacking anything. You see, basically, we're going in for a deal for Cucurella. We're talking about here. If people are forgetting, I think it was last season or the season before he joined Brighton, he was heavily linked with Chelsea before that, and we never managed to get the deal over the line. So if people say we're doing a hijack FC, we've got to stop this conversation, because if Guardiola cannot get this guy, and we've got an opportunity to get him, I don't call that hijacking FC. I actually just call him Thomas Tuchel maybe wanted this guy as well, but obviously he thought, because of his links with and the Spanish connection with Pep Guardiola, he must be thinking Cucurella's probably going to end up going to Guardiola. But if there's a chance for us to bring him in, then let's bring him in. And I'm not going to lie to you. If we can get this guy in, because I do rate him very highly, I think he'll be brilliant for us. And the other,
what the future for Chile, bro?
Chile, listen, bro. Chile will get competition, mate. There's no way Chile's going to be kicked out of this team. He needs competition on that left-hand side. We know Alonso and Emerson are not up for that. 100%. They're not. For me, they're not the right answers for that. Yeah, Chile does need that competition. And let's be honest, with Chile's injury record at the moment, Cucurella's more likely to start over him if he was to come in now. For example, we make this deal before the Everton match, say, I'm just putting it out there. He's more than likely going to start the game over Chile, because I don't think Chile's fully 100% fit yet. That injury he got, we've got to remember, that injury he got was a really, really bad injury. And he's now slowly coming back to the tape. He's slowly coming back into things. We've just got to now say competition for him, which I think is healthy. We need healthy competition there. Should he get injured, we got one to step in for each other. The same with Reece James. I worry about Reece James. He, for me, is our future, for me, right wing back, right side, whatever you want to call it. But if he was to get a bad injury, we need someone to come in there and also help him out. This is why we're linked with Dumfries. For me, I'd probably try and give Colville a chance in there, but it looks like Colville is going to get a loan move out. Possibly part of the deal to Brighton might be a loan move plus Cucurella, I'm hearing, could come in. So Cucurella plus a loan for him to go there for one season or two. For him to get his minutes and stuff like that. I think he could come back to Chelsea and be a good place for us. We, you know, like I said, we just need to let Thomas Tuchel get the players he wants, and I don't think he's any different to any other top manager. He wants targets as well. There's no point going into a new season using the same squad. If you want to get an opportunity to strengthen your team, you strengthen it. And Guardiola's done it, Klopp's done it. So why should Thomas Tuchel be any different?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but nobody is saying that Tuchel should be denied what he wants. He already has signed 2 top-class players.
Correct.
And that is what all the other coaches did. They bring in players incrementally. They don't just do a wholesale sacking of all the players they want, or throw them all under the bus and then go and get the starting 11. You don't do that as a coach. Your genius is to be able to coach the ones you want and make better players out of them. That is what we are lacking out of these so-called top players. You are not the top, so-called top coaches. You are not. To me, I feel like that is the only profession in the world where you don't have to necessarily perform, and that we'll be giving you everything on the golden platter, and then you have to come in and just use what we. If that is the thing, then I could be a coach. What are they doing with the material we have now, or of the personnel we have now? What are they improving? Who has improved under this man in the last 18 years? He's been our coach. Who?
To be honest,
okay. Can I say hi to another brother in the house? So, Mr. Hold on. He's coming here to banter about Frank Lampard's sacks and all that, and we're gonna have a big fight. We're gonna throw a big fight here. It's gonna get ugly. People, get ready. So, people, we have 10 minutes to go because of my brothers that just joined. So, if you have a question for us, please ask us. And DJ, you wanted to answer to Victor?
Yeah, I just want to refer back. Sometimes what you got to take into consideration, Victor, I know you probably would know this anyway. Sometimes managers need to get into players' heads. And if you saw the performance we did against Arsenal, he had every right to come out of that press conference and say what he said. He then got the answer that he wanted. We played Indonesia twice and we beat them. That was the reaction he wanted from the players, and that is why he did what he did. That's what he said. That is why he said what he said about the players after that match, to get a reaction out of them. When have you ever known Thomas Tuchel to get angry with his players? I've never known it since he's been at Chelsea. Apart from the Lukaku situation, I've never known it any other time. He wanted a reaction.
But he
got the reaction.
He's been with us throughout, and that time he's been with us the honeymoon period. You see the character of a coach when you get to bad times, like we are at the phase we are in now. And we know that when that happens, be it that we've actually learned from his own history. He was at PSG, and the same thing happened, and he goes after the players. How can a coach actually blatantly go out there and his press conference say that we are not ready? He even repeated that just yesterday.
So listen, I have to jump on this one very quickly. I see both ways, right? Yeah, I try to be in the middle. I'm not happy about what he said even today on the Chelsea website, to say that we need a Premier League proven players because of such and such, because I think it's going to increase their price, in that sense that it's going to increase the price. And what he said about, we need quality because I've been proven right. Everybody pretty much garbage. But those are just mistakes that, we all understand that the communication is not good at the moment. But if we can also allow him to work at least one more season, like this window, for sure he's going to get at least 4 players. The way I see it, he already got 2. And before the end of the window, who knows, tomorrow Cucurella, probably somebody else. And then he starts building his team. And we can really have a judgment on him slowly and surely. But I also agree that he also need to get some kind of result from what he got, even if they don't fit his system. So I see it from both ways of, he needs time, he needs his own players. It's going to take time for him to build a team. Therefore, in the meantime, we have to start hyping people. Just keep the morale high. Don't discourage people. Don't come up with some claim in the media and throw everybody on the bus. Try to be diplomatic to get something out of them, because when you say those kind of stuff, the price goes down. Who is gonna pay 50 million on Timo Werner at the moment?
Yeah.
Because they know he's crap. Who is gonna pay 25 million on Hakim Ziyech? Nobody. So we need to sell. So we need to keep them somehow pretend that they are good players, and we don't need anybody. You know, go there and say, no, we have already a great team. So when people come knocking the door, okay, we can get some money out of them. But it's just like us, we are giving a little bit too much out there. And people know now that we are looking for Premier League proven players. Okay, even if you were average, you come looking for my player, I'm gonna add some zeros at the end. That's the way I see it. So
I mean, I don't think this coach is going anywhere. But we need to really put. I mean, the thing is, nobody is putting pressure on him. I'm not saying Tuchel out, even though I'm very, very, very close to that, because of the simple reason that he doesn't even see an investment. Who gets a $98 million player and sitting on the bench? Younes just came to. Darwin Younes just came to Liverpool, and almost instantaneously their style has changed. They are not even using Salah anymore. That is a good coach. You see the qualities of the player who needs to score you the lifeblood of the whole process, which is.
But Younes was Klopp's choice, so, and Lukaku wasn't apparently. He wasn't the manager's choice.
You've also got to look at the age difference of the players as well, to be fair. Look how old Younes is and look how Lukaku is. We were supposed to be bringing in a finisher.
Yeah, that is a good point too.
A guy who is supposed to come in and be the finishing article. Younes is not the finishing article yet.
He can learn.
I'm telling you now, Klopp's going to make him the finishing article because he's young. He wants to learn. Lukaku, to me, looked like one of them players that didn't want to learn Thomas Tuchel's way of playing. And that is why
That's the question. What is Thomas Tuchel's way?
Thomas Tuchel way is, I've seen him improve. He has improved some players. Come on, he has him. You can't say.
Rudiger.
I reckon Rudiger. He improved Rudiger. Yeah.
I'm afraid I have to say this. Rudiger was Rudiger even during Lampard's time. It was.
Come on, bro. Come on. He was average. He was average.
The only problem. Can I finish real quick here?
Yeah.
The only reason why Lampard was not playing. Lampard had problems with all the veteran players because they had played with him somewhat before he left, and then came back, and now he was their coach. So when he came in, he was fine. He was putting all of these draconian rules there, which wouldn't fly with the likes of the guy that went to Arsenal. What is his name? The first guy that we lost, who went to Arsenal.
David Luiz.
Yeah, David Luiz and the rest. So they all started having a fallout with him because he was beginning to, he wanted to put a marker on the
yeah.
Exactly. So they had issues with him. So he's had issues with all the veteran players. All of the veteran players. That is why, even with Jorginho, and he started sitting Jorginho down. You see, that's the problem that Lampard had.
So he lost the dressing room by trying to impose a lot of stuff too quickly. Okay. But I'm telling you this. Rudiger was just like Moment FC. I remember some good games, but I don't really remember like wow kind of game from Rudiger since he signed for Chelsea until when Thomas Tuchel took over. But yeah, that is your opinion.
Rudiger became resourceful and great to play because when Tuchel came, he released him and said, "Go do your thing." Whereas Lampard was trying to put his own print on these players and telling them exactly what to do. But when it comes to improvement, you cannot tell me that if you have 25 players and you can only improve one, you are a great coach. Hey, the jury is still out on Tuchel for me. For me, the idea of winning the Champions League with me was what.
You are breaking, bro. You are breaking. You're so hungry. You're so angry, and that's why your mic is cutting off. You're so angry that your mic is cutting off. You see, we are. Thomas Tuchel is sending some. He's trying to destroy your mic. Yeah, go on.
I mean, how I'm looking at it. Sorry, Orks. How I'm looking at it, Victor. Do you not think Pep Guardiola and Klopp improved his players when they came to Liverpool and Manchester City? Yeah, let's be honest. Liverpool never even won a Premiership title until Klopp won it for them. After how many years?
We could see a steady improvement, and they surely didn't go out there and put their players under the bus ever. I never heard them say any of that. They were steadily improving, and you could see that this form they are in were actually percolating, that it was coming. It was only about time. Tuchel doesn't give me that kind of confidence. I.e., all these players who avoiding our team, our club, is because they don't have any confidence in Tuchel. But when Pep and went to Manchester City, all the players wanted to go there. That is the difference. Everybody wanted to
Okay,
go
so somebody said in the chat that you hate Thomas Tuchel because of Jorginho. How about that?
Because he allowed Jorginho to play.
Yeah.
No, but we have to be
What
honest.
if we got your dream player in Jorginho place? Do you think you're gonna?
If you put Declan Rice out there in a deep midfield, or any other person that will advance the ball, Tuchel will become my darling.
Now you're telling the truth. Now you know what your problem is, right?
So basically, Victor, basically, because we haven't got Declan Rice at Chelsea, you're basically giving it all to Thomas. You're giving it all to Thomas Tuchel.
No, or my friends, or any other person.
I'm missing.
Yeah.
Or any other person that will actually move the ball forward. I mean, I'm saying...
Jorginho got you the Champions League, bro. Be grateful.
Jorginho was not instrumental. I'll give it to Kante any day now. You see, he's that...
Come on, bro. Jorginho was a possessed man in that final.
He was good.
I couldn't find anything wrong with Jorginho. That day, he had a lot of energy. He was putting tackles. We don't know him about tackles. He was in another level, that final, bro.
You see, the thing is this,
and he benched Kovacic.
Yes.
Kovacic came to finish the job, but only,
that is what Jorginho has done to Chelsea fan base. He has lowered the expectation so low. The expectation is so low that any day he comes in and play football, which is what he's supposed to do, he's a professional footballer. We are up in arms and we can defend him until thy kingdom come. No, that is what he's supposed to do anyway. It's almost like he just get the ball and pass the ball. My missus can always predict where the ball is going when Jorginho He's passing it to the right, he's passing it to the left, or he's passing it backwards. And
so we have two extreme people in this channel. This guy is Jorginho all the time, or he bring all kind of agenda. And then you have Len Phil. Him is about Ruben. Ruben loves to cheat, can't do any good. Like Ruben is not even number 2, not even number 3, not even on the bench, and the guy is gonna bring all kind of punches.
Are you serious? You don't like Ruben?
Yeah, it's the same question.
You don't like Ruben?
The same question you are asking for Jorginho, so he can also ask you the same question. What?
Ruben Loftus-Cheek has scored 2 goals. The last Ruben Loftus-Cheek brings so much more to the table.
That tells you that everybody got an opinion. Okay, everybody got an opinion. Everybody got an agenda, whatever you want to call it. So the same way you are criticizing Jorginho, and Mr. Phil is like amazed. Like, how can you even dare to say that? And you are asking him the same.
We have subjective truth, and we have objective truth.
Okay.
The objective truth is what we all can see. Every fair-minded.
Only when it works for you that is objective, right?
Every fair-minded person can come in and say this is the truth. We all can see it.
Yeah.
What do you not like about Robin? Can you please just
well, that is another topic for another day. But he will bring you the whole another book, like a book of what Ruben can't do and how he completely destroyed our team. Even when he's not on the field, it's his fault. So don't even try a discussion about Ruben with Phil, because you're not gonna win. That's for sure. He's not going to let you even say anything.
I have not heard him make any statement that are impugning the abilities of Ruben. Otherwise, that day I will stop whatever. Even if I was in the middle of work, I will stop whatever I was doing to come and defend Ruben, because I think brings more to the table than Jorginho any day now as a footballer. But I know you have to go, so
let me say, DJ, can you say goodbye to people? If you have another breaking news for us, just share quickly. Say goodbye and see you tomorrow.
Yeah, sure, bro. So I'll see you tomorrow. No breaking news, just the Cucurella one, as you both.
Are you how out of 10? How confident are you for the Cucurella deal?
Well, I've learned so far over the last time of being jacked ourselves or hijacked ourselves by a lot of clubs. I've learned to calm it down a little bit. But for this time round, I've got a real good feeling about Cucurella. I think what I'm hearing, the last one I heard from Fabrizio's tweet was that, or not Fabrizio, the guy who originally wrote the story, was a deal and everything's already in place. I think the player has to. I think the players he's agreed to join Chelsea. Personal terms and everything's all been agreed with the club. Sorry, I think it's just the players got to now agree with Chelsea. I think. But listen, like I said, I'm not getting carried away with it, Augs. Until
Are you
I
like 7 out of 10 or 8 out of 10 or just 5 in the middle?
I'm just gonna be in the middle, bro. Because and the only thing I'll say is I've said it all along. Until they are actually on that Chelsea website holding the Chelsea shirt up saying they've signed, I'm not going to believe any of it until it happens. But
yeah, that's wise.
I've got to give my opinion on what I think. I think it could happen, but like I said, I'm not saying 100% it will happen. But if he holds his shirt up, that's the only time I'll believe it.
Yeah.
But other than that, no other news, bro. Obviously, you guys know about Fofana and Guardiola. Is it Guardiola?
Yeah, Guardiola. Yeah, I call him Josko because I can't pronounce his last name.
Apparently, there's talk of Timo Werner and him possibly maybe involved in some kind of a deal there. I don't know how true that is, but only time will tell. They're the only three that I know. I don't know any other players, midfield or any other attacking players of yet. It's just those ones at the moment. That's all I currently know at the moment. But as always, Orcs, pleasure talking to you. Victor, it's a pleasure, bro. Always chatting to you, mate.
He's very interesting.
We'll have another long conversation.
He's interesting, this guy. Yeah. Thank you, DJ.
So.
Get some rest, peace and love to the family, and see you next time. All right.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Peace. All right, Mr. Victor, you are here to conclude this show so we can go do something else.
Oh, thank you for the honor. Thank you for the honor. I just chipped in because I'm getting excited. Hopefully, we can get 1 or 2 more people to show up the team, and the question remains who is actually going to leave, because we keep saying Werner is going, we keep saying this person is going, that person is going, but they never really go. So, but I know I have just realized that they've taken Kepa out of the
website. Yeah, that's what I heard.
So, yeah,
I haven't checked on that, but
yeah, his is actually maybe happening. And he deserves to have a team that will give him a first team selection. So that at least is good. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go so you can go. I'm not you are in charge of your program. But I think we are keeping our fingers crossed. I like the Cucurella guy. I don't think he will take anything from the team. He will only add on to what we have, because we need all kinds of talent so we can decide who's playing where. So that's what I think. So,
all right, Mr. Victor, thank you for helping the channel. And tomorrow, if you have time after work and you see us, please come back.
I will.
And I just hope that Phil will be there so you can.
Oh yeah.
You can.
Hopefully by that time we have somebody though. We have hope that we can add people, because when is the end of this thing? Is it the end of August? Or?
No. I think September the 1st or something like that. Yeah.
September the 1st. Okay, so there's a little bit of time. I mean, 4 weeks in football is a lot in terms of the market. They can buy the last hour. They can buy 3 or 4 players.
Yeah, or you can end up by a lot of junk that nobody wanted.
That's also, yeah.
All right. All right, bro. See you next time. Thank you so much, Mr. Victor. Thank you, everybody, for helping. I'm going to have to leave, and I will see you next time. Put your notification on. More videos coming your way on the Green Turf YouTube channel. In case you don't know, we have another channel called the Green Turf. Just the way you see on the screen right now. If you don't mind, follow your brother on social media here. I always follow people back. Everybody, I don't care how many people you have behind you, because we are all equal here. No egos, no nothing. So, Green Turf YouTube channel. Join us over there and watch some more videos. Tomorrow, we're gonna talk about. We're gonna start building up to the Premier League first game. Our first game is gonna be on Saturday, actually, away against Everton. So we have to start talking about the lineup and the starting 11 and formations and all the good stuff. So tomorrow we're gonna be here to give you again the voice, so you can express yourself. We always put the link for people to call for free. So next time, don't be shy. Come talk to us, and you are going to be welcomed. On your way out, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all the good stuff. Blessings. All right, let's go.